1 2 1 2. What 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We back at it. We back at it. We back at it. Friday evening. Let me go live on my Instagram. Let the people know that we live. Let me try to see if I can go live on my personal Instagram. Actually, fuck it. We are out here, man. Gather round, comment gang strong. Let yourself be seen. Yes, sir. It's about to go down. Big salute to everybody who's popping into the chat. Big salute to everybody who's popping up on Instagram. Big salute to everybody who is watching on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button. Everybody who's watching on Facebook, and I am also live on Twitch. Let's get to the list of topics that we got going on here today. I still want to get into that Toronto rap being dead convo. It has resurfaced. There has been post resurfacing about it, so we'll definitely get into that. Also, K Money jail stories. All right, I found a post with somebody talking about some crazy jail stories that I want to get into. The Duvy documentary drama. All right, the Duvy documentary is out right now. However, the boy Friday Ricky Dread has found himself in some drama again. We'll definitely discuss it. Chromazz is back on No Jumper. We'll get into that as well. Jim Jones down bad, trying to kick his way into the studio. We definitely got to get into that. I got a new artist segment that we'll be getting into as well. Ryan Wedding's jeweler denied bail. We got a lot of different things to get to. Let me know if you got anything that you want me to talk about in the comments. Comment gang strong. Big salute to everybody on Instagram. Pop out. We are live on YouTube. YouTube.com/welovehiphop network. Nigga. We are out here, man. Let me see who's in the building. Comment gang strong. I seen big spins from earlier. Big salute to Jelly C, who's popping up in the chat right now. Let's make sure that we get a proper live going on here today. Make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to share the live to whatever platform that you got going on. Actually, I'm going to do the same right now. Make sure to share this live out. Okay? The haters have been out early. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. As soon as I premiered this live, I seen about 8 dislikes. I was like, you guys are crazy. But no worries. We'll work through it. Through the hate, there's always love. Big salute to Randy, who's popping up in the chat over here, or popping up on my table over here. Let's get it popping. Let me turn down this volume over here, or turn down the beat courtesy of B3. We're going to get it popping, man, anyway, man. Yes, sir. We're going to get it popping anyway. Big salute. For some reason, YouTube's hating right now. They're not pushing this out into the algorithm. So what I'm going to do myself, is I want to check my audios, make sure my audios are sounding good. Audios are sounding good. Make sure to hit that like button. All right. Let's share this out. I'm going to give another share on Twitter. I'm going to put a share on Facebook. I'm not live on Twitter right now like I usually am. Maybe I should go live on Twitter, but I figure I'll try to source everything over here to the YouTube. So salute to anybody who's popping into the chat right now. Let me go make a share over here on the Reddits, and then we can get into what we got to get into. Give me a quick second here. I give a quick Reddit share and let them know that we are live on YouTube. And big salute to everybody who's popping up into the chat right now. Who's in the building right now? Fall Leaves, who just popping up in the building right here. For the North popping up in the building. Who else is in the building? I seen Big Spins in the building. Let yourselves be seen. Let me pop up something over here and just show y'all what we got going on. I don't have any new documentaries in the vault yet. I'm currently working on a documentary. All right, let me see if I can go to our last episode, because I spoke a little bit about what the documentary is going to be. Good evening to Tasha Latina popping up into the chat. Let me know if you got the notification for this live also, because I feel like sometimes YouTube be hating, or I don't know if it's YouTube, but the algorithms be kind of not algorithming, and the notifications for y'all who have your notifications on sometimes are not coming in. So just let me know if you got a notification for this live once I went live earlier, maybe about 3 minutes ago. Let me pull up him. This fact. let me pull up something because I have an idea for a documentary that I want to get into soon. But let's see, right here, of Airbnbs and of Airbnbs and Toronto rap or just rap in general. What do you guys think about that?
Like Airbnbs in the music videos, or like people like perishing in the Airbnbs?
Well, there's a combination of things and that's a good thing that you even brought up, because I was more thinking about the relationship between the company of Airbnb and rap, because like over the years now, Airbnb has started to like, I don't know, they kind of pulled back on the amount of people or amount of rap videos that are allowed to happen in these places. You know what I'm saying? They try to do as much checking as possible. Like if you just tell them, I want to rent out the Airbnb for a rap video, they're gonna say no. But like if a girl rents it out and says, yeah, I'm just renting it out for a weekend for me and my homegirls or whatever, it's cool. And then the rappers get in there.
But why would you even state that you're trying to shoot a music video in there? I don't know. I feel like that's not their business at that point. Like, yo, I'm renting the room. I'm not breaking the rules unless there's a rule that says you can't film in here.
Well, mans go in there, smoke hella weed, jump on the couches, spill champagne on the ground or on the counters and do all kind of shit. And it's kind of fucked up the relationship with Airbnb and rappers. I don't know. I don't know if it's a topic I want to tackle yet, but like, do you think it's something that I'm brainstorming on air.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that is something that the people would be interested in? Because there's a lot of shit that's happened in Airbnbs that's made the relationship free.
I think if you focused on the instances of, I don't want to say rap tragedies, but rap events that may have occurred alongside Airbnb, I think that'd be a good specific topic. But I think it goes beyond just like rappers. Like Airbnb's vetting process has changed over the years. There have been a lot of things that have happened in Airbnbs.
Like when I think about this topic, I'm not just thinking about the music videos themselves, right? When people rent out these Airbnbs and it's part of the rap culture and stuff, and shit goes left, then they look at our people as the reason why it went left, and then it makes it harder to rent out an Airbnb. I remember not even recently, but years ago, trying to rent an Airbnb when I went to go to Montreal. And as soon as they see my black ass on the freaking profile picture, it was like, no. And I was just going to actually go there and just chill. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to go there and freaking make no music videos. I might have made a podcast episode or something, but like other than that, I was going to go chill. But it was an immediate no reason why. I know she couldn't put in the thing because you black. So, just some food for thought.
Man's trap out of Airbnbs. Some of them, what's it called when you just live somewhere and you don't pay rent?
Squatting.
So I think, if you focus on the music video aspect as well as specific instances in Airbnb and the legality of that in terms of who's responsible, I think that'd be interesting. But what do you think?
No, I agree with you. Like, because the tragedies and like all like the folklore behind it is like, what's the juicy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I was just kind of asking like what were you going to focus on, when you originally brought it up. But I think that there's something there,
There's something there, and it was in like low key. I go through the inspirations on YouTube.
Yeah.
I told you guys. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm brainstorming right now. I do have a documentary that I'm working on, but the thing is, it's kind of touchy when it comes to some of these documentaries. Like, I would like to do a documentary right now on the little OT story, right? Especially with his recent passing, him taking his family taking all his music down off of his YouTube page and his social media and stuff like that. There's definitely a story there, but timing is important. I don't know who else is working on a documentary. I don't want to work on the same documentary as Six Tails, and Six Tails and I are competing for who has the most information. Like, we ain't even doing that, bro. So I'll keep you guys posted as far as what the next one will be. It'll be ready before, so we'll have it dropping in March. Like I said, I'm doing one documentary a month, so look out for that on the way. But while everybody is filling into this live over here, I'm going to run a couple of ads, and then we're going to get into what we're going to get into. I want to get into this whole Toronto rap is dead first. Let's get it out of the way from the top of the live stream so that we won't have to bring up this topic again and again and again, even though I'm sure the topic is going to come up again. But let's get some ads going, and then we'll get into everything we got to get into. Listen to this episode's sponsor, Exotic Hot Pots, with great strains and merch and delivery all across the GTA. You can hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot CA, or subscribe to their Telegram at Exotic Hot Pot. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop podcast. Salute to the sponsors. Cheer. Cheer. And we'll do one more, and then we'll do our other ads in the rest of later on in the live.
AInewsdaily.ca is a website that gives you AI-generated news across 1,000 plus topics, 96 global cities, and daily features. Plus, for VIP subscribers, AI-generated images, tarot readings, natal charts, investment tips, bet predictions, and drill wars, a text and image-based life simulator game set in Toronto's drill scene. One VIP subscription unlocks it all. During our We Love Hip Hop promotion, all new VIP subscribers receive a $2.50 USD wallet credit. www.ainewsdaily.ca. That's www.ainewsdaily.ca.
All right. Okay, so this whole Toronto rap is dead conversation is something that came up on the podcast. Big salute to my co-host, big salute to Dusty Wallace, and also big salute to DJ Natural Wave, DJ Czar. I put those two names last because they have DJ in the beginning of their name. And from the time like we had this conversation, and the conversation, I think it was kind of brewing from the amount of times I keep on asking these guys week after week, yo, did anybody request any Toronto music at the prom that you were playing at, or the last event or the last club that you were booked to play at? Has anybody requested any Toronto music? It's a recurring question that I keep on asking because I'm trying to check the temperature to see not only if they're asking for any Toronto music, but who they're asking for. This can help us with data analysis or data analysis, whether it comes to who's the next person to keep our eyes on their trajectory, who's the next person to invite for an interview, whatever the case may be. I want to know. So from asking these questions over and over again, they came to the conclusion that Toronto hip hop is dead. All right. I'm giving you guys some context on how this even started, and then how it went on to, T. Lucas pulling up and saying, yo, I got to freaking argue with you guys' point. That is the worst take I ever heard. It was a cool debate. It wasn't a heated debate where mans were like storming out of the studio later on. We were laughing and joking after we turned the cameras off. However, I'll pull up some content because this is a conversation, and big salute to T. Lucas. He pulled up like maybe 3 weeks ago now, 2 to 3 weeks ago. Maybe, yeah, about 3 weeks ago. But big salute to also Keeps It Solid. They reposted the clip or something from the interview, except the clip was a little bit doctored. Okay. The caption says over here at Lucas T. wasn't having it. Toronto rap isn't dead. We keep losing our talent to the streets and jail. And then at We Love Hip Hop Network. Okay. Nice picture over here. T. Lucas over here with Northside Benji. And here's the clip. Let's get the proper volume. Let's go. Post talking about Toronto rap being dead.
Mm-hmm.
You disagree, sir?
Horrible take.
The take you find horrible. Yeah. What part of the take was horrible? What did you not agree with?
All of it, actually. I can't think of one thing I agree with. Okay, Press has made millions off of music, bro. What are you talking
Lucas,
about?
before you spoke about
random video, bro. Like, why are we even talking about
But we bigged up his album as well.
Corny.
That's corny, bro.
It's corny on a page that's not even fucking his, bro. You sound crazy.
Yeah,
y'all are haters. You're dissing. You sound like a hater.
How is that a hater?
You sound like a hater.
If we're talking about like,
bro, why is that hate though?
This is We Love Hip Hop, right?
Yeah.
Not We Hate Hip Hop. Because it sounds like a lot of hate, to be honest.
It's not hate because it's such a lively.
You guys are so out of touch. It's crazy. Like y'all sound like a 14-year-old in a comment section that never left your house. No, you guys are not outside.
Those sound effects just make it sound like every time that he makes a statement, it's just like right hook, uppercut, like, oh, we got these guys. We killing them. Ooh, ooh, you be killing them. You be killing them.
This put an echo on my voice. Corny.
With the corny echo and everything. Studio Legend says here, and I'm gonna go through some of these comments here. We had a post says Toronto rap isn't dead, but it isn't alive as well. We have a few artists doing big things, but that's only for a few out of the many we have. As a community, which is Toronto, we lack coming together and creating a culture. Rarely any local shows, events, and even collaborations between artists. That's a sign of Toronto rap not being alive. Rap could be working for a few individuals, but as a community, we need a lot of work. Instead of pointing fingers, everybody needs to play their parts if this is what we truly want for one another. That is an amazing statement right there. Big salute to Studio Legends right there. Goats. Hold on. Air horns. All facts. Let me see if I can get some more facts in here. What's people saying? Yeah. Good. This is another one here. Man's are putting paragraphs in here. Jesus Christ. What's this nigga saying over here? Let's read this over here. Toronto rap is full of young dogs who have talent but no guidance and no OGs to lead or show them the way. Can't blame the young generation. We don't show love to our local talent, and we don't hold our community events, and we have almost no support for young people who want to make music. It's a shitty culture we have here, but hold on, let me scroll down a little bit more. But it's not for the young generation. It's not the young generation's fault. We never set a standard. In the States, random producers and engineers will tell you, come record for free because they see the potential. They'll make their money on the back end. Here, we got to pay top dollar for mediocre production and engineering. The rap and hip hop, it's rap and hip hop. Most of the talent coming from the slums. So how are they supposed to afford being consistent or even getting in the stew to perfect their craft? There's no support out here. Enough fake love. Also facts. All right, here's Lucas. I repeat, not dead. So here's what we responded, and this is from our podcast episode because we did obviously respond to this. Let me just go to the We Love Hip Hop page and find our response. So,
and us saying Toronto rap is
this is our response.
Dead, and then Keep Six Solid chopping up literally only Lucas's responses, none of our responses. Every time we're about to talk, it just gets cut. So it makes it look like we got cooked.
Right, they got us.
That was not solid, bro.
Oh,
that was,
man.
and I was like, what was the intention of posting this like 2 weeks later? I'm like, did Lucas reach out to you? Did you was it a slow news day? Like, did you have that loaded? Like,
I'll pull it up right
He's
here.
on his human centipede.
No, chill. So T. Lucas calls out WLHH live on air after podcast claimed Toronto rap is dead. We had a post talking about Toronto rap being dead. You disagree, sir?
Horrible take.
The take you find horrible.
Okay.
Yeah. What part of the take was horrible? What did you not agree with?
All of it, actually. I can't think of one thing I agree with.
Okay,
Press has made millions off of music, bro. What are you
Hold on,
talking
Lucas,
about?
before you spoke
Some
about
random video, bro. Like, why we
the sound effects are
He
crazy.
dropped his album as well.
corny?
That's
corny.
bro.
Corny.
It's not even fucking his, bro. You sound crazy.
Yeah, but artists
y'all
get-
are haters. You're this. You sound like a hater.
How is that a hater
You sound
though?
like a hater.
If we're
What
talking
are you
about like,
talking
bro, why is
What are
that
you
hate
talking
though?
about? This is we love hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Not we hate hip hop.
Ooh.
A lot of hate. To be honest.
It's not hate because it's such a lively
You guys are
thing,
so
man.
out of touch. It's crazy. Like, y'all sound like a 14-year-old in the comment section that
you-
never left
okay,
your
no,
house.
no,
bro.
no,
Like, you guys
this-
are not
no,
outside. Put an echo on my voice. Corny.
Yo, fam, I felt like if I wasn't there, it's the that shit right there just makes you seem like, you know, your soul got taken out of your body. I feel so cooked right now just watching the clip. Like, wow, bro, this uppercut. Damn, bro.
That's the power of making a narrative, you know? So.
Yo, have you seen those videos? They're like something dank. It's like much dank, and they'll like chop up Breakfast Club interviews, and it'll just be like, that's literally what it looked like.
Bro, I really feel like that, bro. Watching that back, I'm just like, did that actually happen? Like, did we get cooked? We did not get cooked. Bro.
We did the cooking.
But you might be right, because the timing that came out, it went viral.
You know what's interesting? When you posted this, I think it was on your page, Keep Six Solid from his account said,
Lucas is just being loyal.
Just being a good friend.
And Lucas responded actually saying, you have to put me on a lot of artists. So what did he say here? You have to put me on to a lot of artists from the city. Or so you have put me on to a lot of artists from the city. My bad. Keep it going. Less polys and more dope shit. So his response to Keep Six was like, you know, I guess there's no beef. Obviously, they don't got no beef with each other, but it's like more like, yo, bro, good looking out for putting me onto all that talent. But this comment right here, he's laughing. It's laughing emojis, and Lucas is just being loyal. So it's kind of like, dare I say, laughing at the way that Lucas was getting bested in the debate. I don't want to say cooked, because when people say cooked, people are like, oh, come on, fam, what do you mean cooked? But bested in the debate, or was on the losing end of the debate. Maybe that was the reason for said laughing emojis. You know what I'm saying?
Friend, or defending his friends. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And I don't know if Keep Six deleted that comment. I don't know if he's trying to play both sides, or I don't know if Lucas hit him up to be like, yo, like make it seem like I cooked these guys, because Keep Six was kind of on our side, agreeing with what we said.
I think Lucas edited that himself. Yeah, one of the young boys do that. Yo, add the fart in there. Add the fart in there.
So I'm going to put this debate to bed, all right? I'm going to show y'all just one more clip, and we're going to finally put this debate to bed. I'm not doubting whether the Toronto scene is dead, but it's not something that I feel that we're out here pushing out here to the masses. Like, oh, man, that Toronto shit, that shit is dead. Oh, that new shit that you just heard, that shit is whack. Don't even listen to it because the scene is dead. That's not the sentiment that we have. But I'll get to that in a minute, because like, I feel that sometimes people look at us doing this podcast here and think that we're pushing for Toronto rap to be dead for some reason, like as if we don't like rappers or something. You feel me? I'll play a little bit of this because it's a 30-minute clip and we don't got that much time. I told you we ain't going to spend super amount of time on this. Let me throw a like on my own video. The other day. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
Because just to show you guys how the conversation went in the parts where it was all chopped up all over the place, looking like we got crushed in this debate. That's not what happened. We had a post talking about Toronto rap being dead.
Mm-hmm.
You disagree, sir?
Horrible take.
Why is that a horrible take? And what part of the take do you find horrible?
I was going to say respectfully, but not disrespectfully. Horrible take.
So give us.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, what part of the take was horrible? What did you not agree with?
All of it, actually. I can't think of one thing I agreed with. It was just all far from what I'm experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's dead. I think it's far from dead. I think there's a lot of artists in the city who are cooking, man. They're doing their fucking thing. Like Casper is doing 100,000 streams a day on the market.
Right.
Crazy. He's gonna do 7 figures. Watch. Pressa.
7 figures, like views wise?
Fucking dollars.
Okay.
Yeah. Not loonies either.
Okay.
Pressa just dropped the album on a phenomenal press run.
Okay, see, and that's why I feel like it just like
this guy's trying to get us hacked.
Which we'll touch on.
Okay.
DJ Natural couldn't contain himself when he heard phenomenal press run. His knee-jerk reaction is like, phenomenal how? And it's not a diss to Pressa. It's like, obviously, he's doing a great press run. He's going all over the place. To me, that's how you're supposed to promote your music. Every single platform that's available, you go there. You do your freestyles. You do your interviews. He's been on Bag Fuel. He's been on, there's a recent On the Radar freestyle. Mad places where you can see press on the thumbnail. We're not saying that he is not doing a great press run. But when man's use words like phenomenal, then it's like it gets knee-jerk reactions.
Continue.
We'll
I'll
touch
let
on that
you
one
say
now.
your points. Go on.
Northside Benji just did a sold-out tour through Canada. Dropped a
True.
phenomenal album. Just got nominated for a fucking Juno Album of the Year. Shout out Benji. Biggest Eagle. Sav added to Rolling Loud. Love to see it. Sav's cooking. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the little things that are. Let me rephrase that. Look at all of the different pockets in the city that are cooking, even separately, not together.
I know you wanted to rephrase that, but I'll use the word again. The knee-jerk reaction was the little things.
Sav added to Rolling Loud. Love to see it. Sav's cooking. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the little things that are.
Case in point. The little things, right? Because we're not saying that the scene is dead completely. There's no talent or whatever. We're just saying in comparison to when there was Robin Banks, Casper, Top 5, Houdini, Pressa, who else could I name? Smoke Dog, Puffy L's, Roni, Sick People. Listen, I could keep on going, right? Bizloke. We could even we can even represent for the ladies also. Havaya Mighty already been out. Toronto Duchess was doing her thing more back then. There was a lot of people. Goldie London. There's a lot of people who are here in the scene who were all simultaneously doing great and getting spins outside in the club where these mans are. Right. Now, when it gets down to 2026 and you could only name like 5 tops, it's not the same, fam. That's what we're talking about.
Let me rephrase that. Look at all of the different pockets in the city that are cooking, even separately, not together. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
All right, okay, can I touch on this?
So for me, I would say it's far. Sorry, just to finish my thought. Go for it. I would say it's far from dead based on that. I mean, I don't know what you're measuring it as dead, but I would argue it's far from that. I would argue that the main issue Toronto's having right now is live shows. That's where we're hitting a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? You actually said, I don't want to misquote you.
The consumers of culture, we're not good consumers of culture.
Yeah. Horrible take also.
But you say we're having a problem with live shows. If we were good consumers of culture, we would have live shows every week.
That's not what I'm talking about. I hear what you're saying. But what I mean by that is where we're having issues is, and I'll bring it back to press. You know how many shows got canceled? When I did Northside Benji's show in Toronto, we sold out both nights. We did 1,400 tickets. Salute the biggest Eagle.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean we're dead.
Mm-hmm. It's difficult to
but what I'm trying to say is that we had to go through 6 different.
So listen, I'm gonna fast forward a bit because I feel like I'm having deja vu. Listen, this is from how long ago? When was this from? 2 weeks ago. How are we still talking about this?
It wasn't even meant for YouTube. So like, I'm not even like harping on that. But to me,
not on his page.
Okay, so here is another part where like was clipped up like crazy. The press debate. That's more than mad people. Fam.
No. You know what? I'm gonna say that because you expect us to just support the Toronto artists. Do the Toronto artists support us in that same way? Are they running to We Love Hip Hop right away? Are they going on random?
Are you even
platforms?
calling in?
It's prioritizing your base, which actually supported you from the beginning. And he's free to do whatever he wants. He doesn't have to do a We Love Hip Hop interview. And honestly, like We Love Hip Hop, we don't need to do a press interview. We do our own thing too. But it would be a good move, like for both parties. You know what I'm saying? Because our algorithm is tapped into his music more than the American algorithm. But that video that did the 25 views, it got really a lot of views on Instagram. It wasn't even meant for YouTube. So like, I'm not even like harping on that. But to me,
not on his page, and he didn't post it, right?
Yeah. So
let me context. And context important.
And I never said, oh, he's washed because of that. Ray Tay. Just like, bro, focus on your base. It's kind of like, don't not do the American platforms.
But it sounds like a lot of talking coming from these guys to me, comparison to the Keep 6 clip.
Also do the Toronto platform. Not even just We Love Hip Hop. Go on GTV. Go on Extra Gravy. That was my point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't that.
I mean, he is doing a fucking legendary American run right now.
He's doing a good
He's
run.
running
This is
around.
the thing. Like,
Legendary. He's doing all the big platforms,
You're
big
using words
streamers.
like-
He's doing a little bit of everything.
You're using words like, oh, phenomenal and legendary and stuff. And I feel like blowing smoke up these artists is what's ruining the scene, because Maz is walking around like they gods. You know, and then Wes is looking at them like, yo, you're not that, bro.
And
Press has made Press has made
Hold on.
millions off of music. Bro.
Hold
what are you
on,
talking
Lucas,
about?
before you go. Let me add on to that. When you say like legendary and things, and I'm not saying that it's not good, it's doing great, but when you say those big words, it makes us look like haters. Low-key, I barely even spoke in this debate, and I forgot about this part here. Because there's the clip where he's like, yo, Press has made millions of dollars, and then like one of us try to talk, and it's just like, cut. Nah, this is what happened. When we're like, I don't know, maybe bring it down a little bit. When we're not being haters, we're just
raising the bar. We're raising the bar.
Y'all talking about the wrong shit.
We listen.
Y'all
All of those different things
You're
that
talking
you
about
spoke
some
about.
random video, bro. Like, why are we even talking about?
But
that?
we
That's
bigged up his album as well.
corny. Put an echo on my voice. Corny.
Don't do
Nah, you know what's corny? You know what's corny?
That's corny.
You know what's
bro.
corny?
That's
Us
corny.
just like recalling his story that we already know and not focusing on what he just did in the last day or week. Like, we're supposed to talk about relevant current issues. We're not just gonna be like, you know what? Pressa really came up from these ends and this, that, his story. Next week we say the same thing. It's like, bro, we keep up with the artists, so we can't just like, I agree that we should highlight their wins,
which we do.
We always do,
hip-hop.
and they never say anything. They don't care. They only care when we criticize them.
Why aren't we seeing those wins? Why aren't we seeing that?
Case in point, and we'll get off of this topic because I swear to God, like this 2-week-old topic that just keeps on getting dragged back up is just, it's getting annoying at this point. But case in point, if you go back to the page that I'm on right now, We Love Hip Hop page, our national treasure, okay, Canada's. I posted this.
All black whip like Wayne, inside white like Kane.
Let's go through the likes. Oh, I can't see them. Oh, yeah, I can see them. There we go. Maybe a Control F? Oh, nothing. Oh, no. The word Pressa they're probably picking up because I don't even see him in the likes. Maybe I didn't tag him. Oh, see, that's what the Control F picked up. See, I told you. They're picking up the comments and my caption. I was thinking maybe I didn't tag him, but there I did. I tagged him. Correct tag, right account. All right. I did everything
All black whip
correctly.
like Wayne, inside white like Kane. I'm in the town with my Yetas, tend to whip them, tend to play.
Salute to Pressa, right? New Pressa times on the radar out now. Comment gang strong. Bear fire emojis. All right. I don't see you, Press. Where you at? It's a mystery. I'm showing love. Where you at? Maybe he didn't have time to check his phone or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It can't be like, oh, we only tap in when we find something wrong with something you said, because I've gotten DMs before, okay? I've received DMs before where it's like, yo, what are you saying about that, Crow? Like, what's going on with that post, right? Or that YouTube video. Don't even be on Instagram. It'd be like, I found this YouTube video that I don't like. And then it's like, correct that, Crow. But when we're showing love, crickets. I understand.
They barely win.
They never
bro.
share
For
it.
being honest,
they don't share it.
They lose more than they win, though. For being honest,
I mean, hey,
I wouldn't say they lose
listen.
more than they win.
Y'all are the podcasters. Y'all are the journalists. This is your shit. Right?
No.
I'm not a journalist.
Not journalists.
Not journalists. Okay. Podcasts.
We just give
I
our
mean,
opinions.
commentators.
Is there a scenario where like you're tapping in with these artists if they're out of town and then you're doing a live interview with them and you're saying, hey, we're gonna do a piece on this
Mhm.
and let's do a collab post afterwards, and then everybody gets to fucking see it? I don't know. Is that happening? Are y'all
That'd be
doing
great.
that? Like,
That'd
did y'all
be great.
reach out and be like, yo, let's do a collab post. We're going to big up the album. We're gonna
I've reached out to Pressa. Well, from Burrow Sound page, he never said anything. The only time he's ever said anything is when he's like, this guy's ruining the network because I pointed out that video. But
oh, yes. And the infamous, this guy's ruining the network, giving Czar his new AKA the Ruiner. Because he heard that one loud and clear. When Mans was like, oh, you got 25 views in 19 hours. It was like the notifications went on the man's phone. Right? I'm just saying. I'm not dissing. I'm not trying to get into no back and forth with the man them. You know, I fuck with y'all heavy. I'm just making observations.
and we spoke after. So
that was a terrible take, though. It wasn't horrible.
I mean, I feel like
terrible take. How was it a terrible take? It wasn't a take. It was a fact. There was only 25 views and 19 hours had passed. That is not a take. That's just a fact.
Like it was a powerful take.
You're still standing on that?
What?
On
what was my take? My take was that he got 25 views in 19 hours. That's not a take.
On a page that's not even fucking his, bro. You sound crazy.
Yeah, but
I feel
crazy.
like, no, but your name should still carry more weight from a YouTube algorithmic perspective.
Yes, because we can listen. This segment alone, I can title it press debate on whatever happens. More views in that clip. That press is actually on.
This channel isn't.
Hold on, let me stop this for a second because I'm seeing some freezing and I don't like that shit. Give me a second, gang. Rock that. We ain't playing none of them games today, there, gang. We ain't playing none of them games there today, gang. Give me 2 seconds. 1 second. Un momento. Let me just double check some shit quick here because we ain't playing those games here today, man. Let me just double check some shit. All right. We should be good. We should be good. Let me bring that back up. My bad, gang. I'm looking in the back screens, pause, or I don't know if this should be a pause there, but I'm just checking to see if there's any freezing on the stream.
Big, and he did get, I think, the most views on that channel. So, like, big up Pressa for that. You know what I'm saying? It still looks crazy to me.
But how's that a legendary run?
Well, he's doing other things. You know what I'm saying? But even your artist,
y'all are haters, bro. Y'all sound like haters.
Don't you care about views for your artist? If your artist got 25 views in 19 hours, and you're like, yo, what's going on here? We deserve
I wouldn't even, there's so much going on. I wouldn't even notice it.
You wouldn't notice it.
No.
So why did he notice when I said
in
it?
the mix of 20? Because
why would he even care what I have to say?
We love hip hop. That's why.
Well,
you guys matter.
It's not we Glaze hip hop.
So we do matter.
Glaze, bro.
This is the thing.
Okay. I'm going to stop this here because my whole point of just showing this was just basically showing you guys the debate was not as contentious, or we didn't get like crushed. You know what I'm saying? 1 second here. Just because you didn't make it. What? Just because you didn't make it as a rapper doesn't Friday mean you need to promote drill rap, trap music that destroys youth in the city. Oh my God, here we go. Gang, we got one. The alleyway is in the building. All right, let's continue this comment over here. All right. So does it mean Friday mean, I think, does it mean Friday you need to promote drill and trap music that destroy the youth in the city? Why don't you promote beautiful music that unifies? Oh, here we go. How long have you been a subscriber to the channel over here? Because there be the ones like you, okay? You lost because Friday's years just promoting nonsense. What is this CIA music that destroys our own race? Bro, shut the fuck up, man. You sound stupid, bro. And don't run. Don't go running from the live like, oh, he said something I didn't like. No. Stay right here. Stay right here. And let me ask you what interviews that you watched lately about destroying and promoting destroying the youth and stuff. Because for the years and years of uploading interviews to this channel, I literally have the market research to what you motherfuckers like and what you say that you like, but you actually don't like. All right, so let's go through it. And this is why I started changing up the format and bringing in certain guests to do the interview with us. All right, these are some of the, and I started doing less interviews because of this shit. Big Bad, he's not into the mix up. The shit got 856 views, bro. Okay, the juror, who's not even a rapper. The juror who freaking was the jury member on the Breonna Warner case because she killed, or not even allegedly, she got convicted for killing her boyfriend, Boy SK, got 3 times the amount of view than that artist. Okay, stay right here, brother or sister or whatever. Okay, so let's do the market research, because the niggas who ain't into shit. Let me show you guys how crazy it is. Moraine on Edmonton Life, African versus Caribbeans, Toronto Shadow, and more. Okay, Moraine came and dropped jewels. Moraine, 207 views. The fuck out of here, bro. Again, you're just interview people about murder, black women killing, but bro, you're trolling me. You're trolling. Let me leave that on the screen. Let me leave that on the screen while I keep on going through this catalog over here. Okay, Canada First. This was actually pretty important, so salute to that. You know, okay, did 1.1 thousand views. Young Dave banging on 9 Tory Lanez song, homeless in Hamilton, living with sickle cell anemia or living with sickle cell and more. Okay, 315 views. Did you see that one, Dolly? Because he spoke a lot. He dropped a lot of gems. He talked about being able to persevere while going through a debilitating disease. Okay, and being able to get placements on Tory Lanez's album, and Tory Lanez showing him love while he's in jail. Did you see that interview? No, you didn't. But you're in the comment section talking a bunch of shit, writing paragraphs like a weirdo. Neurovision's like, can we keep it moving, please? Give me one more second, and we're going to keep it moving. Because I hate when they be like, you're part of the problem, Friday. Juno rap advisor, Ardo Maverick on Edmonton Rap in the Junos, different things that people need to know about. Grant writing and more. 318 views. Okay? If people like Dolly was around to support content like this, then they would have 319 views. So shut the fuck up in the comment section, writing paragraphs like you're so high and mighty or on some kind of pedestal of righteousness, bro. You do nothing for the community in comparison to what the fuck I do. Let's continue. And then we're going to get off of this topic. Because all of the interviews that I've had back to back, they're all back to back interviews. All right? You guys will tap in when I'm talking about murder and death. Former gang member Marcel Wilson on 8-year-old murder. Okay? See, I put the word gang member and murder in the title, and you guys come running. But skip Gavin Shepherd, the co-founder of the Remix Project, who's actually helping people in the damn community. I brought the person who freaking is the community activist. You said, I don't care. He's not talking about murder. I put a whole panel together of people who are community activists, and guess what? I live streamed it, and 603 people watched it at the end. You guys are hypocrites. Don't tell me about you want righteous shit. No, you don't. You want murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. Or the numbers wouldn't show it. Holy shit, fucking weirdo. Get the hell out of my comment section. Unsubscribe. Havaya Mighty. Because you're only gonna pull up when next time some rapper dies, so you're part of the problem. Holy shit, man. I wasn't even trying to get on a rant today talking about this Toronto rap is dead. But you're part of the reason why Toronto rap is dead. Because when I talk about the real Toronto rappers, or when I bring them on my show, fuck talking about them. I invite them into my studio, set up multiple cameras and film them, you tune out. But as soon as somebody dies, you tune in. So you're a part of the problem. Weirdo. Unsubscribe. Anyhow, let's move on. Let's move on to murder, 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 kill, kill, kill. K-Money jail stories. I found something on Reddit. And K-Money, big salute to K-Money. Okay, if you see this, it's not a this segment or anything like that. I've always shown love to this guy. All right, he great interview on the podcast. Did thousands of views because he came in talking about top 5 and fighting and stuff like that. Great content. Go check it out. You, Dolly, go check it out. But he's been going through a lot of problems due to his reputation taking a hit. There's been I don't want to call it paperwork because I don't believe the validity of the paperwork that came out, but there was paperwork that came out back in 2024 now when I think about it, via Top 5's Instagram page, where he was calling K-Money a rat, said that he freaking spoke to the guardies inside, and there was all these statements saying, don't put me around this rapper, all that type of shit. And to be honest, because the Toronto crowd is so unforgiving, you know, we got people like Dolly who tune into, they love shit like this, right? It just made it where he wasn't getting the same kind of motion as he was before. So when I saw this clip, I was like, this is pretty interesting because people talk about him, yo, he's a waste dude. Yo, he got beat up at the Raptors game. He's not tough. And I'm not here trying to promote any violence or anything like this. I'm just saying when I heard these stories, I was like, he's not a big guy, but the nigga got heart. All right, so I found this courtesy of the Torontology Reddit, and let's pull it up right now. I'm trying to figure out if this guy is a bucket or not, who's telling these stories, or an addict for the people who don't know what a bucket is. Let's go through the caption over here. Man speaks on K-Money jail stories. All right. Let's hear some of these jail stories.
So this is a prison story from my experiences with a famous Toronto rapper, K-Money.
Hold on. We'll get to it in a second. Big salute to Looney 416. If Friday bought on Raz Fresco again, who's tuning in? Good question. And I'm glad you said the word again, because it wouldn't be the first time. All right? Quick sidetrack, no sidetrack. Y'all know who Ason Eastwood is? Amazing rapper from out of the East Side. Okay, he's been putting in pain for years. He's got multiple songs with Conway the Machine. He's amazing at this rap shit, and he's doing well. Guess how many times he's been on the show? I think about 3 times. Go watch that interview. It's fire. But let's get back to this. Murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill.
That's why I'm wearing that for him. They were Bloods. They were from Project Original, Alexandra Park. MG4L. I'm not going to say what it is. If you know what it is, you know. If you don't, you don't. So I want to tell you my experiences in there. In my unit, I would say there's probably 4.
I wish he wasn't playing the music.
Full out gang members, like hardcore gang members. and you live with them for 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. So you get to know everybody, you deal with each other. It's like a dorm, man. You just hustle around, do your thing. I ended up meeting K Money because he was buddies with a guy on my unit. I was on F unit and Money was on C. So from dealing with style, I ended up with him direct, and I dealt with everybody, like I said. But the difference was, anytime I dealt with this K Money, his money was always there. Never did I have to ask him twice. If I gave him a bottle, the money would be there when he said it would be.
Let me know if we're good on and then people are asking in the, he said definitely a bucket. I don't know if this guy is the bucket himself. And yeah, he kind of is. But he was in there selling bottles, right? So the man said, like, anytime that friggin' he came through and he, you know, he needed his money for the bottles. I guess he was the plug, the lean plug. What's disturbing me about this is the fact that mans are drinking lean in jail. Jesus Christ, bro. Holy shit, man. How the hell do you even get lean into the jail? I know it's a liquid, so maybe you can, like my brain is thinking of like, pause, the hoopage. Like, how do you hoop a bottle of lean and bring it into jail? It got to come in through the guardies. It got to be through the guardies. There's no way. You know what I mean? Like, what do you put it into like a plastic bag and then squeeze the bag down and fucking. I'm just brainstorming how we could sneak the lean. Oh, the methadone. You think so? Because I know that man's them, they're not silent about it. Like, they're open about their usage of said drink. You know what I'm saying? So he's talking about bottles. Methadones is like in pills and shit. He said bottles, bro. He said bottles. We're gonna have to rewind that.
Everybody, like I said. But the difference was, anytime I dealt with this K Money, his money was always there. Never did I have to ask him twice. If I gave him a bottle, the money would be there when he said it would be there.
He said if I gave him a bottle, the money would be there when he said it would be there. Okay? And you guys are gonna, no snitching. I think this is obvious information at this point. Lance will be like, yo, transfer that to this person, Ray Tay, right? As long as the transfer goes through, then here's your product. All right. I wonder how much a bottle of lean goes for in jail. I don't even know how much a bottle of lean goes for on road. I've heard like it'd be like $1,500 and all kind of wild shit. But in my mind, I refuse to believe that shit, bro. Can you guys help me? Comment gang strong. How much a bottle of lean go for on road? From what you heard, not from what you know. Okay, typing it into the chat is not going to incriminate you. From what you heard from a friend of a friend of a friend, right? What is the price of a bottle of lean on roads? Because then we can like figure out what they would be charging inside. Because from what I heard, and what I say when I heard, I'm talking about through like interviews and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? When mans are like, yo, I spent over $300,000 on lean in like a 6-month span. And I'm like, God damn, you an addict. So put me on. What's the average price of a bottle of the drink? You know what? I can just look it up myself. I'll just look it up myself. Give me a second. Just for shits and gigs. At least 300? Holy shit. Let me find some prices here. Let's go to our Googles. There's something telling me I need to friggin' refresh my screen. I was looking up 40 to make a thumbnail. Big suit of 40. Let's see. How much for a bottle of lean in, let's go Toronto. Let's see. Lean, also known as purple drank or scissor. I don't care about all of that. Note, example, $15.43. Nah, that's not. Codeine cough syrup. Ooh, what's this? Holy. What did we find over here? Etsy? Brother. How are we on Etsy and we for $80 you're getting Benelin, my boy. 500? Holy shit, man. I'm probably gonna get a yellow dollar sign for putting all of this shit on the screen. What's this over here? 42.92. Oh, just a cup. It's just a cup. Liquid filled, $4.29. Bumba clot. You guys got some expensive habits, bro. Jesus Christ. So if, let's say, okay, let's go around the $500 price from what we've seen on that over there. Okay, $500. They might be paying like 2 racks for a bottle in jail. At the least 1,500. That's crazy.
Everyone else, and I mean everyone else, it was like a fucking pulling teeth, man. Like, you're supposed to be a gangster. You're supposed to have all this money. You see them in their videos and shit having all this money. But then they just, some of them are bums, really. That's one story. Another story is, I remember it was.
Listen, I hope K Money don't get pissed at me for reacting to this. But a thought that came to my mind is, does K Money know that this guy is out here just telling the man stories?
Styles, K Money, Q, and G. There was 4 of them, and I remember who it was too. K Money had an argument with fucking one of the top gangs on the unit. I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but by doing so, that would have involved like a bunch of other guys, right? K Money was on the unit by himself. He didn't have any of his members there. But anyways, I remember Money said to him, "Fuck, you haven't killed no one." And he got all butthurt about it and fucking like.
That's what you said to the man? You ain't killed nobody. Whoa.
Tried to start shit about it, and it was serious. Like, I'm laughing about it, but it was serious. I remember it very clearly. I remember Money and Styles and Q and G all gearing up, tooling up, and Money, like, he's 130 pounds. He's a small guy, very humble guy, but he's like about it. He's about it. And I'm like, man, fuck, you guys are gonna get killed. There's like fucking a whole wing of them, and there's 4 of you. But they didn't care, bro. They were standing on it, and they were fucking. I don't know. They're just built a little different.
These guys he's making these guys sound like freaking jail gladiators, bro. They were getting ready to take on the whole range. They were tooling up, getting their shanks ready. 4 versus friggin' 30. Fuck it, let's go.
And then the last one involves me. So this guy Moose said eventually, he came from Saskpen where he killed someone inside too, Daniel Wolf, the leader of Indian Posse, the biggest native gang in the world. So anyways, fucking him, and he started fucking acting away like he thought he could act that way with K Money. So K Money, I think they gave him some warnings and shit, and you know, he's still being away. So they were gonna get him. They were plotting on him. Trust me, they were plotting on him. I knew. And
freeze.
And I could tell Moosey was ready because he had a shiv with him. But I was down on C Wing where Money lives, and I walked by a cell, and his door opens, and he's like, "Yo, Spoy, come here." And I didn't think anything of it. Like, I didn't feel unsafe or anything. Because, like I said, I've never had a problem with him. I mean, I was.
This guy's making K Money's legend. Like, he's making it sound like K Money was like the super biggest. And listen, I'm not even saying that he's not, but like the way that he's making him sound, like when he walked into the cell, like he just had to, like, he looked up into the air, like, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like biggest Don Data Shata. I ain't mad at it, bro. But listen, I don't even think it's cap. The way the man's talking, like he's telling his story, his experience in the jail, dealing with the man them.
Because he had a shiv with him. But I was down on C Wing where Money lives, and I walked by a cell, and his door opens, and he's like, "Yo, boy, come here." And I didn't think anything of it. Like, I didn't feel unsafe or anything. Because, like I said, I've never had a problem with him. Him and I always got along. So he pulls me in his cell and he shuts the door. You know, when you shut your door, man, that's so people can't get out. But I'm still not worried. He just looks at me and he's like, "Yo, are you riding for Moosey?" I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Yo, this is a great story. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind it. I gotta address some of these comments over here. A seasoned banana. Cal says we need K Money's side of the story. No cap. I don't know if K Money's gonna be available for his side of the story. He might be like, I don't know this guy, bro. Who is this guy? Like, oh, a seasoned bandana. My bad. I'm looking for banana. Bandana. Yes. Look at this shit. Is he repping Swoo? Swoo? I don't know how to do it, man. I'm not a gang member. Swoo. Is he repping that gang? You got a red bandana on. I'm trying to figure out who this guy looks like, bro. He looks like somebody's school teacher. Like he kind of looked like the Walter White nigga. Low key. I could believe he the plug. He kind of got he kind of Walter White in the face. You know what I'm saying?
When you shut your door, man, that's so people can't get out. But I'm still not worried. He just looks at me and he's like, "Yo, are you riding for Moosey?" I'm like, "What do you mean? You riding for Moosey?" I'm like, "No, I ride for me and my family." And he's like, "Okay, good." Because I don't know if he said, because I don't want to have to stab you or something funny like that. Anyways, yeah, that's a true story. You're gonna find out.
So you're gonna find out from where? You just told us a lot, brother. This right here, that's a tell. That's a tell. That's junkie behavior. You see what I'm talking about right here? Listen, as somebody who was the junkie whisperer at some point in time in my life, I used to have to be able to identify whether the fingertips were mash up or if their sneakers or whatever were too clean. You got to make sure, like, you don't got a lot of time to identify whether this person's an undercover or if this person's a real smoker. You feel what I'm saying? So even like different mannerisms can kind of give it away. All right. Looney says them tattoos got to be henna. Let me see the shits. Nah, they look like some shit that he went and got up on Queen Street. You know what I'm saying? But this is a tell right there. This. He might have like some kind of nervous tick or whatever. He might be biting his nails. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to judge the man too much, but I'm just saying, like, that combined with the movements.
Because I don't want to have to stab you or something funny like that. Anyways, yeah, that's
was he try? Did he take a pull of something
funny like that?
The fuck did you just do right there, bro? Let me ask you guys before we get off of this story, because I took in this story maybe a few days ago. How long was this been posted on Reddit, on Torontology? 3 days ago. So I took it in 3 days ago. And I can't lie, sometimes I'd be gullible. So I thought to myself, this sounds about right. I believe him. But I need to find out what you guys are saying over here, okay? One in the chat, if y'all think that this story is 100% true. Two in the chat, if this is all cap, bro. Or you could even put a cap emoji in the chat if you want. But like, I gotta lean on. I think I believe this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like the fights, all of that shit. The K Money was in there standing on business. When it came to his bread, he wasn't funny about his money. Right? I believe him. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all believe this story right here? Is this guy, you know, talking some facts over here? Is he coming with a valid story about the lore of K Money behind bars? You know what I'm saying? Running shit. Bread on deck. Niggas got a problem. He's ready to solve it. I ain't gonna lie, like, them mans have gotten, for what he was in there for, these guys got into a freaking, I don't know, a 20-minute car chase with the boy them right after they tried to shoot somebody allegedly in broad daylight. Like, I think he was standing on business. From no matter what people try to say about the man, you know, rap money, all these different type of stupid things they try to put on, smut they try to put on the man's name. And listen, I don't condone of the activity that these mans are out there doing on road, okay? I'm not with it. But as far as just like the street credibility that people try to take away from him, I don't think that's necessary. I think he has as much street cred as people say he does. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what's going on here. Big salute to Nero Vision. He says, in MTL, if he was selling anything, we would shake his ass down. Never been to T-Dot jail, so I can't speak for it. Listen, I've never been to an MTL jail neither, so I can't really speak for MTL. I just don't know about that there, brother, because them Toronto jails ain't sweet, bro. As somebody who's been to a few of them, like, they're not sweet, bro. Niggas get into fights every day. Niggas extort each other, all type of shit. Niggas get shanked, all types of shit. The only difference, I would say, with the Montreal jails, like, yes, there's they might have a few more organized crime guys in there, or guys who work for organized crime factions who get into beefs. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that kind of throws people off also is everybody's allowed to keep their clothes in Montreal, which is kind of crazy, right? They don't have the whole orange or the pumpkin suit thing that goes on over here. So, but as far as the roughness, I can't speak for Montreal because I've never been there neither. So it is what it is. But as far as the story here, I just found it interesting, you know, that you know, with K Money's reputation being what it is at this point in time, compared to what it used to be, and people like questioning his street credibility, that this guy out the woodworks came in with like a bunch of stories from behind the bars. So salute to K Money. Keep doing your thing. I know he's got new music that he just dropped, and he's got some new music on the way, and the shit sounds fire. So I'll be looking out for that. And I hope that K Money is able to rise to the level of prominence where he was even at the Come Outside times. You know what I'm saying? That will help for the Toronto scene to not be dead anymore. But we'll move on. The Duvy documentary. Okay. The Duvy documentary is finally here. Now, once upon a time, we've commented on this Duvy documentary, and so to the comments, to the comment gang strong. Okay. Y'all have been here for multiple lives. So you know sometimes some of these old stories that I talk about, I could bring it up again. You know what I'm talking about. We spoke about this Duvy documentary. I saw some clips. It was up on the Duvy Daily Instagram page. And I didn't know if the Duvy Daily Instagram page was something that was directly associated with Duvy. I will still assume that it's not. But when I saw that clip on that page, I said to myself, I don't know if this is real. Not because I don't believe that the mans are dropping a documentary. I do documentaries. I'm trying to do one every month. But what I was thinking is, okay, this page has Duvy's name in it. Is this a documentary that has been greenlit by Duvy? And let's go to the page here, Duvy Daily, right? I can't say, oh, the one with the check mark, because you could buy check marks, so that's not a thing, right? But I remember when I reacted to it, I felt like there was no issues. You feel me? Let me see if I can find the original clip. Let's find that. After 3 years in prison, going home. Okay, here it is. So after doing 3 years in prison for murder, Duvy is coming home this year, and they're dropping a and they are, all right, THEY''RE, they're dropping a documentary on his life. So his peoples, this is what I'm assuming, right? Creative Canada in the comments, is that Snoop Dogg narrating? That's what I thought.
Middle of this concrete maze, a voice emerged that didn't sound like the rest. It wasn't polished. It was painful. It was raw.
Don't give up my toe tag. Baby, it's to kill. You know that they like me so real. Never had no money, got me to a mill. Young, I was dodging the keys.
In the middle of this concrete maze, a voice emerged that didn't sound like the rest. It wasn't polished. It was painful. It was raw.
Don't give up my toe tag.
All right, hold on. Okay. And listen, salute to this page over here, Duvy Daily. Right? Everybody loves to win, but can you sit through the struggle? Duvy is coming home this year, and we're dropping a documentary to showcase. So that's them, Duvy Daily. Okay. But the way that it kind of looks like in a sentence, it kind of feels like we are, like, together, we're dropping a documentary. So I wasn't sure. We spoke about it over here on the live stream. Not in a disrespectful way, like, oh, fuck those guys, Duvy Daily, like, who cares? Oh, they lying. Nah, if they do a documentary, I'm here for it. And we will be reacting to the said documentary that I'm talking about right now. Okay. But as far as the controversy itself, here's what happened. Let's go backtrack over here. Friday Ricky Dread called Duvy Daily fake news. But the blogs brought the ultimate receipts. Duvy Daily fired back with the DMs to prove the connection is real and told Friday he didn't do his homework. Is We Love Hip Hop host losing touch with the streets? Oh my God, am I losing touch with the streets? So I guess here's the receipts. Why the internet is lying about the Duvy documentary. This is the video that I did. All right. Let's see. That's it? Or that's for real? This is me in the DMs. I thought the post was so I thought it was just for a post, low key. Yeah, it's for real. Okay. They're showing that I guess the Duvy Daily guy follows him. The Duvy follows Duvy Daily guy. Right? Or no, not even. They're just showing the stories. That he was in the stories. What are you guys doing to me over here? He liked the post. They're doing a documentary about him. They are doing a documentary about him. He liked the post. Amazing. All right. Goal for 2026 is to get a Duvy collab. Manifestation is real. I'm not even hating, fam. Like, all right. Duvy's co-signed the documentary that you created. When I heard this Snoop AI thing, I got thrown off thinking, okay, this is fake news, because the way it was positioned in the post, it was like, am I going to get some commentary, never before seen behind the scenes footage of Duvy? Like, I'm ready for this. And listen, I haven't watched the documentary yet, but I'm going to show you guys something before we move on. Okay, let me just get this off the screen here, because they'll clip and I don't like this, bro. I don't even like having to do this. I'm not one who's, to be honest, when I'm trying to think, I've never done this ever, where I've had to show my DMs to prove something, because the way that this guy put the shit in the DMs, it was just like, oh, just the last little two things that we said about to each other, like as if I was like, oh, y'all niggas is liars, right? No, it was an innocent back and forth. So for the first time ever, I will show my DMs. All right, here we go. Yo, what up? You do collabs? Sometimes, depend on how much polys are in the post. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Dropping a Duvy come up documentary on the 21st. I respond, that's for real? I thought it was just for a post, low key. Yeah, it's for real. And I liked it. Done. Why does it have to turn into, oh my God, Friday doubted us. Now we have to make a post about him. You know, obviously, Underground Nation, I'm not even going to call him DL Nation or anything like that, is going to collab on it, because it's like, oh, we kicking Fridays back in. Here we go. I'm here for it. You dropped the documentary on Duvy? Fine. It's not that big of a deal, fam. Like, I wasn't sure because I heard Snoop Dogg's voice doing motherfucking AI. That's all it was. You guys try to make it seem like, oh, Friday's dissing the youth. Oh, he's out of touch. He's out of touch with the streets. Now's our chance. We see a little bit of an opening. Let's see if we can kick his back in until he like mentally has a mental breakdown and doesn't want to do podcast anymore. Like, none of that is gonna happen, fam. So whatever y'all goal is for always trying to find some angle to make me look like the bad guy, keep it going, because it gives me promotion, right? But the end goal that you guys have of, we're going to get him out the game, we're going to, we need to cancel Freaky Friday and all that shit, like, it's not going to happen, fam. But keep posting. But you know, just understand, you're going to be posting in vain as far as your end results of, get him out of here. He's annoying. That mic's too loud. Who the fuck does he think he is? Like, I'm not going nowhere, fam. I'm staying right here, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not leaving. I fuck with Star, Troy Terrain, a nigga's 61 years old. I'm not going nowhere, fam. All right? I'm sorry. So here we are. This is courtesy of Hotspot and Kenzo Too Neat. Salute to both of them. From the streets to the spotlight, the Duvy documentary. Voila. Okay. Right now, it's got 744 views. I am sure if this is, and this is not a diss, okay? But if this is something that Duvy had really co-signed, he'd be promoting it right now. Or his team that's handling his Instagram account, they'd be like, yo, run and go check out the new documentary on my life. Okay? This is just like me doing a documentary on Duvy. I can do a documentary on Duvy in about a week and promote it, say, oh, I got the new Duvy documentary on the way. It doesn't mean, and Duvy might even like the comment, might like the post. It doesn't mean that it's the official Duvy documentary. All right? Relax.
Don't live misery over a bitch. Better chase your dreams. Stay out the mess. You don't want problems you can't fix. Man, start no Jace. I'm that kid who should.
I'm going to stop that because I feel like they're just running music indiscriminately, not knowing YouTube rules.
Get you rich. No plate upon the table.
They're like, yes, we could just play his music because we got the Duvy Daily YouTube Instagram account. So YouTube copyright rules don't apply to us. I don't know, bro.
On the strip before we had Robin bought it.
An RIP to NSHJJ over here and all of the man them that have passed away on them ends. I just can't play all of this music in the beginning. You know what? Let me fast forward.
Remember this. I'm having
niggas just running music videos.
There's the shimmering downtown of Drake and the Weeknd. But if you look closely at the cracks in
They said some shit, forgive him, remember this. I'm having motion, I send the troops, I ain't gon' send no diss. They try and kill me, can't send a bitch, gotta send my friends.
They say flowers can't grow in concrete. But if you look closely at the cracks in the sidewalk of North York, specifically in the south side of Jane and Finch, you'll find that life doesn't just survive here. It fights to be seen. Toronto is a city.
Hold on. Is that Trapler Ross? Or Trapler Ross's uncle? Wait a minute. Easy Factor said Duvy should narrate his own documentary. If it was a documentary that was sanctioned by Duvy, I'm sure he would. They would have one of those like those scenes where it's like a black in the background and like the spotlight is just on the subject themselves and they're giving commentary on their own life, and you cut that into the narration. That's like an official documentary, like Netflix type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Of two faces. There's the shimmering downtown of Drake and the Weeknd. And then there's the trenches. The blocks where loyalty is the only currency that matters. In the middle of this concrete maze, a voice emerged that didn't sound like the rest.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. We'll watch the documentary in a second, but I just need to get over certain things and get it out of my system because niggas came for me like as if I'm some kind of bozo. You niggas use ChatGPT and AI to make a documentary. Don't come for me, bro. It's literally AI narration that I'm hearing right now. And don't lie to me and tell me later on, oh, no, it was one of the man them who sat and wrote it out, okay, did their proper journalism and research, sat and did their research, then wrote out the thing, then sat in front of the microphone, and then did the script and fuck up reading over and over again until you have the whole script together, and then you go in to do the edit. I'm telling you what I do for documentaries, okay? Then you go into the edit, and then you chop out all the bad parts or the wrong parts where you fucked up the reading until you have a nice condensed documentary piece with narration, and then you mix down your audio, and then you put that out. No, man, them just used AI and said, give me the Duvy story. And then you want to get cheesed at me when I question the validity.
It wasn't polished.
What's wrong with you niggas, bro? Yo, the Toronto Mets have some kind of brain defect? You guys get cheesed at everything when you're not being genuine. Don't get mad at me when you're not keeping it real, bro. Holy fuck.
Toronto is a city of two faces. There's the shimmering downtown of Drake and the Weeknd. And then there's the trenches. The blocks where loyalty is the only currency that matters. In the middle of this concrete maze, a voice emerged that didn't sound like the rest. It wasn't polished. It was painful. It was raw. Duvy.
I'm trying to get a drop on her mountains home. Don't leave that lock. I'm a G. I couldn't do it. You get it? That G lock. Niggas try to do me like the mother niggas, man. This that soul side shit, slime shit. That's for sure. Yeah. Fuck that. See with them, then it's fuck.
So this is kind of like, wait a minute. The narration stopped?
Going to be a statistic, but the odds are stacked against you. And before the tragedy, he was just. Before the millions of views, before the headlines, and before the tragedy, he was just a kid from the connections, born into a world where the odds are stacked against you from your first breath. Duvy made a choice early on. He wasn't going to be a statistic. By the age of 12, the streets were already calling. He described himself as trouble, caught between the harsh reality of the block and the dream of something bigger. But unlike others who chase clout, Duvy chased a sound. He needed a way to translate the chaos around him. The South Side isn't just a location. It's a mindset. It's a brotherhood. And in those early days, he wasn't alone. Alongside his mud brother, JJ, they began crafting a narrative that was strictly for them. Young kings in a war zone, recording songs in makeshift studios, unaware that they were about to shift the culture of—
So, okay, let's salute to them, these mans here. I'm trying to think about how to tackle this because I want to break down the documentary itself, right? We react to documentaries on this channel all the time, but like I'm having a hard time reacting to you know, what this person said when it's not a person. You guys piss me off, bro. And in Underground Nation, how you get in on the post too? This is what's really irking me, bro. Niggas look like they had like ready to have a pylon, bro. Like, oh, we got him. Underground Nation, link up. Let's do a freaking collab post. Let's get this old head. Nigga, did you ever watch one of my documentaries? Because it ain't one of the, it ain't this. It ain't this. This is disrespectful to Duvy's legacy. Let's be fucking real.
an entire city.
And they just keep on running music.
Locked down, Duvy. Then 2020 changed everything. While the world locked down, Duvy unlocked a new flow. The underground had been dominated by dark, gritty drill, but Duvy brought melody to the madness. When he dropped Nightmares, the city stopped. It wasn't just rap, it felt like blues for a new generation. You could hear the exhaustion in his voice. You could hear the trauma, but you could also hear the hunger.
What's poppin' in here, man? Are we ready to turn up or what?
Let me do something here. You guys are irking my freaking soul right now. I'm checking something over here. Let me show y'all something. Why couldn't we just keep it P, bro? Holy shit. We had a nice little nice little conversation in the DMs, and the niggas had to run to go show everybody the DMs that we had. Like, this is the shit that I'm talking about, B. So I put into Chat GPT, give me a documentary on rapper Duvy. Kind of sound familiar, right? They took the name out. Tafari, better known as Duvy, is a hip-hop artist from Toronto, Ontario, who emerged from the city's vibrant underground rap scene. He grew up in the Southside Jane and Finch and Connections area in a neighborhood known for both culture, creativity, and the challenges that young people face. His raw sound blends street rap, melodic auto-tuned vocals, and raw storytelling, which helped him to gain early attention among local fans on social media Kind of sound familiar? You guys need to stop playing with me, bro. Just drop your content and leave me out of it, bro. Because then I'm over here looking like a bully, picking your shit apart, and then it's like, yo, Friday's not trying to let the man them shine. Leave me alone, fam. We could have just reacted to it, found out that it's AI after, and then not said nothing. We could have just pretended like, the whole comment gang over here would just pretend like we ain't here as AI. We're just, it sounds like a real person. Come on, fam. What are you saying? Right? But no. You got to jump into DMs, expose my DMs. Friday's an idiot. He's out of touch. And now we got to pick apart the freaking documentary in a different way. Come on, B.
He didn't need a major label. He didn't need permission. The streets co-signed him. The numbers climbed. hundreds of thousands, then millions. He proved he wasn't a one-hit moment. He was versatile. He could trap. He could croon. He could paint pictures so vivid you felt like you were walking those same hallways with him. He was becoming the prince of the South Side.
Right now. Yeah, my phone. Young, I was out doing cases and they wouldn't hear me. She said she loved me, but don't fuck with me. I might just say I pop in the morning and walk down the slap from the tension. He can show you how to whip it, how to whip it. I see what niggas say, move like I am. When I beat Corona with these sticks, man. No, that shit goes in. I'm just roll with a weapon. I don't even tell it with your guys. Papa might hit you behind you.
But what made Duvy different wasn't just the music. It was authenticity. In an era of internet noise, he moved quietly. Let the music speak. Let the work talk. While others argued online, Duvy stayed in the booth, building a catalog for every kid who felt trapped by their environment, showing them their voice could be their exit.
They say legends never.
Listen, salute to you, Duvy. If you see this, Duvy, I fuck with you, okay? The Duvy Daily page, I don't know how well you know them. I don't know if that's your mans in them who's handling a page, like a fan page for you, okay? But like, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and let mans them lie, bro. He did a lot, not a lot of back and forth, maybe not as much as like a top 5, but he has back and forth with top 5. He's on academic stream arguing with the man them. So like, you don't act like this never happened. Niggas don't have no ops out of nowhere. Niggas be smoking on everybody and all that type of shit too. No, just because that's your homie or you're a fan of the man's music. Because I feel like this might be just somebody who's just a really big fan of his music. Tell the real story. I haven't heard one thing about his upbringing. What did his parents do for a living? Did he have brothers and sisters? Like, give me some more information. All I'm hearing is he was an amazing artist and, you know, he unlocked a new flow. Bro, this is garbage. I don't mean to be an asshole. And we're live. I can't take it back now. But this shit is garbage.
But success in Toronto comes with a price. As his star rose, so did jealousy. Street politics don't respect fame. Rivalries ignited. Tensions escalated. The internet became a battlefield. Names were thrown around. Diss tracks flew back and forth. Even figures like DJ Academics watched it unfold in real time. But Duvy never folded. There's a moment that defines his fearlessness. On a live stream, watched by thousands, he walks straight through his own neighborhood. No security, no hiding, no fear, just him and the block. A simple message. I'm good where I'm from.
Yeah. This is the lifestyle, broski. Get used to it. Southside Jane and Finn. Southside Jane and Finn, get used to it. Grr, grr.
Oh, shit. Yo, chat. Now I'm realizing why every time I get on here and I start talking to they're like, yo, where Duvy?
Yo, what's funny? Yo, big dog, what's funny over there?
You.
You're funny. I'm not gonna lie, you're a real funny guy.
My nigga, I'm out here, my nigga.
Hey, you're out here today. No social media shit today, huh?
I've been out here all fucking year, fam.
Yo, listen. Yo, listen. When I come off of this, I want you to snitch on social media like how you always do, you right?
Please snitch. What do you mean snitch?
You're
yo, my nigga, go
snitch,
shout him, man, for your Legos, my nigga.
You're a snitch, kid.
You got a Legos, fam.
You're a snitch. Your bro died off of a Legos. What the fuck?
JJ just got packed.
Your bro died off of a Legos. That guy is not a soldier.
Didn't he just say in the same, or didn't he? I'm calling the robot he. Didn't the robot just say that the man never got into any type of internet beef? And then proceeds to bring up the academics clip that I just mentioned that he got into internet beef on, and say, oh, he used the academics clip to not get into beef and then play the beef? Is there a malfunction in the AI? Holy.
That's something most people only rap about. He lived it. But the fire got hotter. There were attempts on his life. Close calls that would make most would disappear. Duvy went back to the studio. He took pain and turned it into music. Took fear and turned it into focus. That kind of resilience can't be taught. It's forged. Then came the hardest blow. The loss of JJ, his brother, his partner, his day.
Yo, R.I.P. JJ. It is the EPK. Electronic press kit. It's an electronic press kit. Yes. This is not a doc. Now I need to go make a doc. Now, you know what? I think I might have my new documentary idea.
One, the grief was heavy, but instead of letting it break him, he carried it. Every verse, every hook, every song, keeping his friend alive through sound. Because loyalty doesn't end when life does. It echoes.
Loyalty doesn't... Say that again. That was a bar, actually.
Every verse, every hook, every song, keeping his friend alive through sound. Because loyalty doesn't end when life does. It echoes.
Loyalty doesn't end when life does. It echoes. Yo, that AI got bars, fam. That's a bar. Holy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to chop out mad pieces, or YouTube's gonna make me chop out mad pieces because it's bare copyright stuff.
Need 2%, I couldn't relax. And if you run down my face, that's my reflex. No more naked without your blue checker. You cuss all I know, cause all I know, rocking Christians. Lumps. Me and Slime, we slide, fuck the rules. Like DJ said, we selling past, they selling dreams. In 17, me bro was running from police.
Yo, shit, though, Duvy makes amazing music, though. Like great pain music.
Even now, facing legal battles that slow his movement, his momentum hasn't stopped. The Free Duvy message isn't just about a rapper. It's about a voice that represents the soul of the city. Project after project, song after song, independent, relentless, building a legacy that concrete walls and iron bars can't contain. Because legends aren't defined by where they start. They're defined by how they rise. Duvy's story isn't a cautionary tale. It's a hero's journey still unfolding. He proved that a kid from the South Side could command the world's attention without changing who he was. The environment may shape you, but it doesn't get to write your ending. His music still plays through cars, clubs, and late-night hallways across Toronto. The block didn't trap him. He elevated the block. And the story of Duvy? It's far from over. In fact, the greatest chapter might still be waiting to be written.
Bars. Bars. Listen, I'm not mad at the attempt. Make content.
In an era of internet noise.
Hold on, let me find it. Yeah, I'm not mad at the attempt. Make content. Okay? I'm not here to shit on mans who are trying to put on for Duvy, right? Because obviously I fuck with Duvy too. So any kind of promotion for the man is all good. What I don't fuck with is the disingenuous shit, bro. I don't like when niggas is disingenuous or disingenuous. Like, we're making a documentary on the man where it's, well, like homie said, it's a freaking EPK. It's an electronic press kit. You basically just read out all of the stuff that would be in his bio and put it into a 10-minute clip with like some edits of like music and behind the scenes stuff. No talk about his upbringing, no explanation of the Southside Jane and Finch area, and even some of the issues that the Southside Jane and Finch area has with other areas, like really breaking it down documentary style. Like, let me put you onto game for the next documentary that you type the prompt into ChatGPT for. Okay, do a little bit of a backstory. Say, you know what? Give me a documentary style piece on Duvy, Toronto rapper Duvy, okay? And then you save that, all right? I'm just telling you the ChatGPT way. The way I do it is a little different, but I'm sure that, Mandem don't want to put in that extra work. Fam, that's going to take too much time, Bridget. Bridget, what are you talking about, dog? Do another prompt, because he's from Southside Jane and Finch, and say, give me all of the information about the Southside Jane and Finch area. Okay? Any news stories or articles, arrest, anything like that. Boom. Now, here's the hard part for you, not for me. You take some of that information from there, rewrite some of it in you read through it and say, oh, that happened. Okay, maybe click on the article that they provide you so that you can go to the actual article and read the articles, and then take all of that information and then write narration of all of that information. Don't copy and paste it. Write narration of that information right there. Right there, I'm already gone too far. I'm outside of the prompt. I'm asking mans to start writing, getting into their phones and typing and looking at the red squiggly and then figuring out, is that the wrong way to spell it? Like, we're gone too far now, bro. I'm sorry. Okay? But next time, if you're going to come for me and be like, Friday's out of touch, learn how to actually make a documentary before saying, yo, I'm out of touch. Because I might have been out of touch the fact that you were actually dropping a documentary. But whether the documentary is good or not, I'm not out of touch with that. This shit is trash. Okay? And I'm not saying it's trash because you guys are bigging up Duvy. I'm saying it's trash because you just put a prompt in ChatGPT and then read it, or you didn't even read it out. You let the freaking thing, you put the voice to speech shit, let that shit go, and then recorded it, and then try to get it off on us. That's not cool, bro. Don't do that, man. Franklin said people don't know how to write. I know, bro. But still, try. All right? And I'm going to leave Underground Nation alone because you collabed on that post. You ran to go collab on that post. And guess what? Don't tell me that you watched this documentary and were like, yo, that's fire. Okay, because you'll be a liar too. You be lying a lot. So you probably watched it, reacted to it on your channel. I ain't checking, right? And said, yo, that's fire. This is why Friday's an idiot. Bro, it's AI. Cut it out. Anyhow, let's leave that alone. Y'all can go check it out on your own if you want without the interruptions from me, and enjoy. Okay, run up the views. What else do we got on our list here? Ooh. Let's see what's going on with Chromazz. Chromazz is back. She's been trying to make a run right now as far as her new music that she's been dropping. She dropped that music video that we were talking about the other day on the podcast. But what I mean by her being back is she's back on No Jumper. She's back with a 22 stir.
How was the interview? It was okay. I think it was great. You're a piece of shit, but I like it. You're kind of demonic, but it's okay. All right. Chromazz 2026. Let's go. Yep. Mushy.
Y'all ready for the new Chromazz Adam 22 interview? And I think this is a No Jumper interview, not a plug talk interview. Okay. I got to tread lightly when I talk about Chromazz, and I'm not going to spend super long on this. There's not like a in-depth story going on here on Chromazz going to visit the No Jumper studios. However, she is in LA. Let me see if I can go onto her page here without this video getting demonetized. Let's see what's going on with the Chromster. The Chromster. Chromita. Hopefully I'm not blocked. Let's see, because I did see a post of her saying that she was going to LA. This is the music video that we're talking about here.
Wanna be me, I know. All my bros ready to squeeze pistols. All these hoes wanna be me, I know. All my bros ready to squeeze pistols.
I never heard this part of the song. I heard this.
I get everything I want. I'm so pretty and I'm so cool. Can't stop. And I'm a fucking rocket. Alligator on my arm, you know I fucking rock it. Pull up with my face card, there's nothing in my pockets. Meshing in every week, I walk it like I talk it. Cause I'm a fucking vision. And it's money over bitches, that's my true religion. I'm $1 million bitch, I ain't fucking bitching. You can tell by how I'm moving.
She was kind of floating on this. I wasn't mad at this.
I'm getting chicken nuggets. Boy, I know you want this pussy. It's not in your budget.
You're getting chicken nuggets. Boy, I know you want this pussy. It's not in your budget. Woo! Bars.
All right, how was the interview?
It was okay.
I think it was great. You're a piece of shit, but I like it.
Every day, man. Yeah.
Don't get me demonetized. Holy shit. I felt like I saw too much titty right there. She's out there in LA. Man, them, relax.
Okay.
Put your tongue back in your mouth, man, them. Relax.
Okay.
Calm down. Okay? Relax. All right? Tongue's all wagging and shit. Niggas is like turning up opening up the screen a little bit more on their phones. Yo, go on, Bridget. Right? Give you guys one more time.
Okay.
Don't let your girl see that you're this part of the live right now, okay? Just relax. Okay. But I didn't hear this part of the song.
All these hoes wanna be me, I know. All my bros ready to squeeze pistols. All these hoes wanna be me, I know.
I'm not a big fan of that part of the song. I'm not even trying to diss because I think this is one of her better songs here. I'm afraid to click the link. Hold on. It took me to another screen, so good. Yo, she got a website, fam. Okay. I think I could show you guys this. Give me a second, gang. I got to do a quick search for research purposes here. Okay, I'll show you guys what I'm... research purpose. Oh, let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Serious inquiries only, huh? See? There's that word there, EPK, personal EPK. Download the personal EPK, or professional EPK, I mean, my bad. Right? Snapchat, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, run past this here. All right? Set you free. 1-800, whoa. Okay. I'm trying to be selective on what I put on the screen. Okay. I have to be careful. I like my YouTube channel. I don't want it going down anytime soon. I'm not trying to 18 and over this video. So yeah, that's what we got. I'm sorry. There's nothing really much else to report on here, gang. I told you this is not going to be a long story. I'm not going to pull up the old interview of with her over at No Jumper. You know what? Let me go check on No Jumper though, just for shits and gigs. Because maybe a clip already came out. They work pretty quick. This is a rare No Jumper search right now. Let's see. And No Jumper's been on a upswing. I'm not gonna lie. I can't bash No Jumper. They've been on their way back up. You know what I'm saying? Is it in their member section? Nothing in their member section yet. That old Chromazz interview was really interesting. I'll use that word, interesting. I just don't know if I could show it on the screen because, like, oh, maybe. This is the one where she had more clothes on.
You're back to go after Meg. Did he tell you,
No.
I need you to do me a solid?
No.
Well, that seems like kind of a coincidence.
I asked it. No, it's not a coincidence. I asked him, like, yo, write me a diss track, Crody. And he never replied to me. He doesn't want to get involved. No,
Right.
no. It was nothing to do with that at all. I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
So basically, when she was on live and she's like, oh, that nigga shot me. That nigga Tori shot me. I was drunk as fuck in a restaurant. I seen this shit on my phone. And I go on my story. I'm like, this girl's a fucking rat. I don't fuck with rats, whatever. That shit went viral. Academics posted it. Everyone posted it. Like, Bears Toronto pages posted it. So that was already a thing, you know?
Okay.
And then she came with the shots fired. And she's like, I thought a bitch that got her chain snatched has something to say. And all the Toronto pages are like, oh, she's dissing Chromazz. She's dissing Chromazz because that happened to me.
You got your chain took.
Yeah, but I got it back in 2 days.
Who took it?
Doesn't matter. But
Come on.
I got it back in 2 days.
Okay. That's pretty dope, though, that she acknowledged you, I guess.
No, but then people are saying that it wasn't about me, that it was about her friend, that her friend also got her chain snatched.
Oh, yeah. Kelsey. Right.
Yeah.
That's why I was
So, but all the
confused because I
Toronto
thought that was
pages,
about her.
all the Toronto pages, like, she dissed Chromazz. So I'm like, yeah, eh? I'm like, this is lit. As soon as I seen that, like, I thought it was a diss towards me. I wrote the song in an hour, went to studio same day, shot the video same day, released the next day.
Okay. Wow. And
On my ether shit.
How's the reaction?
Ether shit. I asked in the comments here, and we're gonna get off of this topic because, like I said, I can't spend half an hour on a Chromazz topic. It don't even make sense for the algorithm these days. But I asked, can Chromazz be an A-list celeb? I'm not saying rapper, celeb. Okay, because rapping is just one gateway into celebritydom, or becoming famous, basically, for lack of a better word, because people might not like her raps, but is everybody impressed with what Sweetie says? Is everybody impressed with what Coyle Ray says on the mic? Not to listen, Coyle Ray got a couple of hits, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's not like she's like breaking it down and metaphors and similes and, oh, did you hear what you said, bro? Oh my God, that new Coyle Ray, oh my God, was she killing the mic? Like, nah, bro. Music is just a gateway to being lit. And then from there, you can get some endorsement deals. It can elevate, as far as Chromazz, she already got her OF. So it's going to elevate your subscriptions on OF. Now you're on the red carpets. You're at the Streamy Awards. You're at the friggin', I don't know, the BT Awards. BT Awards is not a little deal. It's a big deal. Y'all think Chromazz can get there? Because niggas ain't fucking with her music. I ain't even doing this as a diss. It's just like people, they love to look at her. She's, a very attractive woman. But the talent is there. She did a Baywatch thing the other day. Okay? If I could find that. Where is that Baywatch shit? Let me see if I can find this. Was it on Toronto Rappers that I seen this? Let's see. Toronto Rappers. So it's not like, is this it right here? No, that's actual music. Oh, here it is. Chromazz hits up. So Chromazz hits up casting call for Baywatch role.
Well, we don't really have anything in common but each other. We're not really involved in each other's lives. He never shares anything about his boxy, thick-legged ladies and tweety old queens.
No filter.
Oh, sure. You could be so boxy. You're right. Okay, Elizabeth. Okay. Or at least for now.
All right. So she went to LA and she used her time wisely. She's probably got an agent. Right? She was on Director X's show, Robin Hood. She had a part on Robin Hood. So it's not like she's not trying to get into different types of rooms rather than just being known as a Toronto rapper. With all due respect, just being known as a Toronto rapper only has its limitations unless you're Drake, right? So I think that, in my opinion, she has a good chance of becoming a B+ list, which is very high on the whole zeitgeist or in the whole universe. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all are saying here. You said A-list. What do you consider A-list? Because Coiler Ray, Sweetie are far further down the alphabet. Higher than them. They'll be. Let's do this before we get off of the segment. Let's put a few names into the universe, and then you guys give me where they would be on the alphabet list. So Coiler Ray. What level of celebrity is Coiler Ray? A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list, or are we going down the alphabet from D, bro? Pause. She did stop streaming. Because that streaming shit is not as easy as people think. I can sit here. I'm only like, how many topics in right now? I'm about 3 topics in. I'll probably be here for another hour, maybe 2 hours. You never know. Some shit pops off. I'll pull that up. I could sit here for 5 hours straight. It's not that easy, though. You know what I'm saying? That shit takes practice. And if you don't see the numbers that you expect for who you are right away, like, I'm okay. I got 68 people in the stream right now. I could do it more. I'm always down for more. And I've seen more. But it's not going to discourage me where I'm like, oh, they only got 67 people in here. I'm off of this, bro. Fuck this streaming shit. Somebody like Chromazz see that same number, which a lot of times they do. They don't see, oh, because they're so-and-so, unless it's top 5, you don't see like 1,000 people watching the stream off the hop. You feel me? So when they see that, they're like, oh, man, that shit is discouraging, and you can see the number. Right? Let me get back to my game over here. Easy Factor puts a C for Coiler Ray. 50 Centric puts a C. All right. Let me throw another name in there. We already mentioned Sweetie. What about Offset? What would you consider Offset? Offset has the Migos legacy, RIP to Takeoff. He has the Migos legacy under his belt, Grammy Award winning. They're platinum artist, right? What do we got Offset as? A-list, B-list, C-list. What we got Offset as? Talk to me, gang. B? B? Okay. I see a couple of B's in there. I think I could agree with that. He's kind of teetering on B- right now with all of the activity that, like, you know, he's like laying up with Selena Powell, but it wouldn't be a big deal if he wasn't Offset. Okay. So I'm seeing some C's. I see an A. I see an E. Right? Okay. Let me think. Freddie Gibbs. What is Freddie Gibbs? What letter in the alphabet can we give Freddie Gibbs? A list, B list, C list, D list, or are we going below that? Damn. Damn. D list. Because this is giving me a little bit of a range on where I'm seeing Chromazz at. I think Chromazz can be at a. Let's do one more name. We'll do a couple. Let me see. Somebody. I'm going to take an obscure name, and then I'm going to take somebody who's a little bit more popular. What do you look at Travis Scott? Travis Scott. Let's go with the more popular first. Travis Scott. A list, B list, C list, D list. Let's see what we got for Travis Scott. Okay. Cactus Jack. What y'all got for Travis Scott? Where does Travis Scott fall in the alphabets? B plus, A plus, almost A. Keep in mind, they had that the Astro World debacle that went down, and that was a huge deal. So that also shows the level of who we're talking about. He's a platinum selling artist, right? And I see some C's in there. I see a couple of B pluses. I would say, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I would put Travis in the A minus category. Okay. B plus at the most type of shit, or at the least, I mean. Okay. So, and I'll give you guys one more name, obscure. And this is going to be able to range what I can see Chroma's future. Royce the 5'9". There we go. Royce the 5'9". All right. Let's think about it for a second. He's connected to Eminem, right? But also very underground. Right? He doesn't have any platinum albums. And listen, and I see a couple of A's in there. Don't be going with the A because he's a high level lyricist. Like we all love Royce. We think Royce could rap his ass off. But what level of celebrity is Royce 5'9" or Royce the 5'9"? Okay, I seen a couple of E's. That's kind of rude, but that's listen. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. D12s. Yes. Okay. So we can agree at this point now that Chromazz is not as famous as Royce the 5'9". Right? So she probably is just a D- celebrity if we're going by that. No? Because if Royce the 5'9" is a D-list celebrity, you're telling me that Chromazz is more famous than Royce the 5'9" already? Because this is, it's opened my eyes here. This is why I did the survey. Deleted Villain says, who the hell is this girl? Yo, Deleted, you don't know who Chromazz is? Let me play a little bit. This girl? If this is the Deleted that I'm thinking of, guess what? You're in for something classic here, brother. She's doing her West Coast style on this one here, bro.
These hoes wanna be me, I know. All my bros ready to squeeze pistols. All these hoes wanna be me, I know.
Right? That's who Chromazz is. She's one of our Toronto treasures. So let me know. can Chromazz become a B-list celebrity from what she's been doing? Keep in mind, she's been doing this for a while, right? She's not old, but she's not no fucking spring chicken anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would say she can reach to the level of a B-list celebrity. You might not see her getting an Oscar one day on the red carpet type shit, but she can definitely get, I don't know, some B-list movies type shit. You know what I'm saying? End up in a rom-com or some shit like that. So salute to Chromazz. Keep doing your thing. And somebody asked me, isn't Deleted Villain my op? He's not my op. None of us got real ops for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? If we got ops in our own neighborhoods or wherever we come from, that's one thing. But as far as like on this internet shit, unless somebody says something like super crazy violation, you know, tries to dig up dirt on you and be like, yo, fuck your dead peoples. And yo, when I see you, if we ever run into each other, it's smoke. Make sure to have your paws, your dick beaters up, or any of that type shit that niggas try to say to each other when it's really, really a problem. Then we can call each other ops. But like getting at each other and saying funny shit on the internet, coming up with jokes. I know that I'm used as a meme in a lot of his videos. That's not op shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Even the Curtis Queen nigga over there with his bullshit little dad jokes, that he ain't even my op like that. If I was to see him on road, don't get me wrong, he does get under my skin a little bit because the dad jokes are so trash and he stops the videos when he's reacting to them. Because I saw your video, Curtis King. Don't get that twisted. I saw your video from 3 weeks ago, but the impact that it had was so low in comparison to what you thought it was going to have that there was zero whatever emojis that your fan base uses in the comments. It did nothing. It created, put it this way, I found out about it 3 weeks later. But even that goofy ass nigga right there, I wouldn't want to punch in the face if I seen him in public, right? I don't know about vice versa, but none of these guys are my ops. You know what I'm saying? Unless you do something to my family or the people that I love, you ain't my ops. So it is what it is. Let me see what I got on my list here. Ooh, okay. I'm going to get into this Jim Jones stuff over here about what's going on with Jim Jones and him being a squatter. But I'm going to run a couple of ads and then we'll get right into it.
Ready for the road.
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
We'll do one more and then we'll get into it. I want to take a quick second to give a big shout out to Grabba, some of the hottest Grabba in the GTA. You can get Grabba shakers as well as hot Grabba leaf in different flavors like red herring and red rose. They got delivery within the GTA and they got some really cool apparel for sale. If you want to get your hands on that Grabba, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, grabba.ca, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to this Jim Jones stuff, man. Big salute to Jim Jones. I was watching the Academic stream earlier with Academics kicking his back in. Everybody's been going crazy on Jimmy and their whole crew over there at the Let's Rap About It podcast. There has been clips that have been posted all over social media, but especially on 50 Cent's page of Jim Jones trying to get into the studio.
He cut the lights off. You're not supposed to, you heard Jim? He cut the lights off.
Damn.
What's up? What happened? Yeah, I'm good. No, it's mine.
The neighbor's like, what's going on over there? You okay? Let me look. This poor white lady over there with this This threatening black man in the hallway. Are you okay over there?
No, it's mine.
It's my shit.
All right? You gotta talk to somebody.
This is bad, bro. Cause like the way the man's walking around after, like with this confident swagger, like, yo, look, see what I did? I have to kick this fucking door, and how dare they do this shit to me? Like, nigga, you gotta pay the rent. This is not a good look, bro. I don't want Jimmy to end up with his legacy just looking like he's on some clown shit. Let me pull up another clip over here because 50's been kicking his back in, bro. Holy shit. Which clip should I start with here? Okay, this one over here. This is the lease. Okay, so posted at, and let me see if I can find a date. This is the address. So they're just doxing the shit out of these niggas. December 17th, loan agreement dated December 17th, 2025. Between Sandy Sun LLC and Han Dynasty Bronx LLC, the three sons, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. The tenant was served with a 15-day notice of default notice dated January 5th, 2026, which expired on January 22nd, 2026, and a 5-day notice of termination. And this is dated for February 10th, 2026, my bad, which has expired on the 17th of February, 2026. Damn. They were supposed to be out 3 days ago. Holy shit. The tenant's tenancy and at the premise has been terminated, or the tenant's tenancy at the premise has been terminated. That pursuant, the landlord under the lease, including paragraph 17 of the lease and the set forth of the termination notice, landlord has elected to re-enter and take possession of the premise and is, peaceably recovered possessions of the premises. Oh, damn. So they're taking the stuff inside there too? Don't they got studio equipment in there? Okay, that tenant may make arrangements with the landlord to coordinate the retrieval of the tenant's property from the premises. Okay, so we can get his shit back. So that should tenant attempt to enter the premises, change the locks, or seeks to retrieve its property, or cause third party to do so without the landlord's express permission, landlord reserves the right to prosecute in this the same as trespass. Oh shit. And pursue all available remedies. Damn, Jimmy. So basically that video right there that we were watching is a trespassing video, if I'm not mistaken. Because this, from what the lease or from what the termination says, man can't be on the property, can't be going in there. Your stuff, all those cameras and all that shit that's in there, that's my shit until you were able to come and probably negotiate something so that he can get his shit back. Now, this is courtesy of Dat Piff. The petty continues. 50 Cent calls on Jim Jones' landlord to ask how much he owes. 80,000 plus. Damn.
He's not a business. He's and want to rent it. And I said, okay, fine. Right? He's been saying this for since October. And so he keeps trying to build it, but he won't sign the lease. He's like, I don't like these terms. I want 6 months of build out.
Damn.
And ridiculous bullshit. We also have a partnership agreement where half of what he's building now, his media, belongs to us. But he won't tell us how much he's making and doing all these things. So half of the content he's creating, if you want to buy that too, I'll sell you half the company.
Oh,
he's not a business. He's insane. to me, it's worth very little to nothing. But if it works out for you, I just throw that in as a sweetener. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is he signed a lease with me.
And this is not new.
Right now, he owes, I'm going to say in a short way, at least 80,000, if not 180,000.
And this is not new. This is an old recording from like back in December.
Want to rent.
Okay, it's just resurfacing now because of this video of Jimmy trying to kick his way into the studio. All right, and 50 Cent did. Are we good with the live over here? I feel like I got a little bit of freezing. 50 Cent did comment on this. He's posted some pictures, and let me see if we can find that. Let's go to 50's Instagram. He posted a picture with the guy who is the property manager. So Sam, my partner, I own the joint. Now we're going to fix every door you kick, or I'm going to kick your ass, Jimmy, by Monday. You're destroying my property. And there's another video. You're blowing my speakers out, homie. It looks like these niggas is trying to break into a studio rather than trying to get back into their own studio. What my mindset is like, okay, you're gonna get into the studio. Are you just trying to get in there to get your equipment? Because this could be the only reason that you're trying to get up into the studio. Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna go in there and then call Fab and the rest of those guys and be like, yo, I got in. I got the door open. I got the heat on. Come in, let's do this podcast. Let's get a couple of hours in quick and then freaking get out of here before the cops get here. Like, what are we doing right now? You must be only there for the reason to pick up your equipment. Fuck you talking about, son? Hear that? They cut the lights off. Yo, how many doors are in this fucking place? Like this one is open. There's the other one that he couldn't open. And now there's the one that he did open. So what, they kicked 2 doors in? That's gonna be a lot of money, bro. $50's got this guy from all angles. That's crazy. This is sad, bro. I don't know about this, Jim. They got this nigga going out bad right now. Hold on, let me find something here. Let me see what Jimmy's up to. These niggas is going out bad. Capo!
Peace alert. Ooh, the bags.
Special delivery. Look at the bad boys. These the church on Sunday joints, huh? Low top 6s with the pony here. Stop playing with us. Rich stores. Don't be playing with us. That GB, you know who got it. GBNY.com. You can't make it to the store. You got a phone?
We got the app.
Brother. And there's no way this wasn't at the studio. This is at whoever shop this is.
Peace alert.
What is this guy doing over here? Jimmy, get up.
I saw a video and the people want to know who was that girl in the red.
Oh shit.
Clear it up.
Clear
Clear it up.
Clear it up.
Clear it up. Clear it up.
Ashley, that is JB. JB is a very big executive. She is the top dog.
We can't do this shit without her.
Yes. You won't see, I'm about to say Love and Hip Hop. No, you won't see that.
You won't see that.
Let's Rap About It. You won't see artist to artist. You won't see business.
We don't see Let's Rap About It now. When's the last time you all seen an episode of that show?
Handled at the IFC. She is the boss over here. We do as she says. You heard?
And she is me. Stop fucking playing with me. Stop fucking playing.
Silly.
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to figure out what I need to promo while got the spotlight on me again. Laugh out loud. Got it. IFC news coming soon. Jimmy. I know you're trying to cope. You're trying to flip this into like, ha, ha, ha. Gotcha. You know, I was just trying to kick in this shit to go viral. Now that I got y'all attention, what we gonna do next, gang? Like, I fuck with Jimmy, bro. But this is bad, fam. This is heavy cope. I don't like when rappers stick around long enough for their legacies to dwindle. And to be honest, I'm not saying that Jimmy had the biggest, craziest legacy. Like Ballin', we had a good time when Ballin' was out. Like that was a great time. In the latter parts of his career, his music got better. So there's that. But the Dipset legacy, even that's a big deal, fam. To me, any of the stuff that you do, even though Cameron has obviously separated himself from Jimmy, they don't get along no more. All of the actions and moves that Jim Jones makes still reflects badly on the Dipset legacy, in my opinion. So when you see shit like this, and I'm not saying Jimmy don't continue trying to do different things in the industry, whether it comes to making a podcast or, I don't know, dropping new music or whatever that may be, like, keep doing your thing, bro. But you guys got to stop with the high expectations, bro. These niggas put like 4 classic MCs or 3 classic MCs and 1 so-so together in the form of Dave East, classic, Fabulous, GOAT, classic, Mano, and Jim Jones. You are a classic MC. All right, y'all have brought a lot to the game, with the exception of Mano. Mano's brought just a little bit to the game, but the rest of y'all 3 have brought a considerable amount of good to the game as far as music and stuff like that. But the expectations are too high, fam. What are niggas doing spending 80 racks on a studio or owing a studio 80 racks? For what? For YouTube views? I know niggas fucked around. They seen Jada and Joe doing their podcast, and day one, the shit looks super lit. My mom used to tell me this all the time, and RIP to my moms, cat luck ain't dog luck, yo. Just because them niggas is over there shining right now, and you don't even know what these niggas, you probably do know what these niggas is going on behind the scenes. They got to deal with the volume right now. Y'all don't. You can't afford to be spending 80 racks on a spot. Maybe find a way of recording this, and I'm not going to tell you guys the same advice as Ak. I'm not saying record it in your car, okay? But find an inexpensive way to record this shit. Record the shit in one of y'all basements in the crib. You can invite the rest of the man them to the crib. And I'm not saying putting this on Jim Jones' shoulders. Any of the 4 of you guys who have houses in Jersey or whatever. Man, them are not living in condos and apartments and shit. Man, them have houses. Do the shit in the basement. Set up a studio over there. Get the views. Then the money that comes in from that, now you can go and spend some money on a studio. But you guys are doing the reverse engineering thing, spending all the big money, expecting big expectations. Or looking for big expectations. It don't always happen that way. Niggas is going to get 50,000 views off of a video, which is great, but that's not paying the rent for a place that's probably costing like 5 racks a month. You got to do more than that. And I know niggas is not trying to spend the money from whatever royalties or their show money on this shit, because if they were, then y'all niggas wouldn't be evicted right now. Fabulous has a Vegas residency. If these niggas was really about their business, they be taking the money that they're making outside of podcasting and say, you know what? We really believe in this thing that we can do right here. So I'm going to take some of this money I made from my show last night and put it into this shit. Or that I make from shows, period. Mano can take some of the money that he makes from whatever he gets off of Angela Yee's Up With Angela Yee show. You know what I'm saying? Or sitting there revealing how he likes to be what's his kink again? He likes to do the race thing, right? He wants to be called a slave and shit like that. Like shit like that. Like you could take some of the money from that. But niggas have to take money out of their own pocket to make this dream happen. You can't just be sitting there just expecting the shit to happen on its own, fam. I'm sorry. Sell the chain or car? Listen, I'm not saying not. But you're asking niggas like to do a lot right there, like to start like just getting rid of their drip. That's crazy, bro. But I feel for Jim Jones here, man. Let me ask you guys. Let me check in the comments over here before I get off of the story. Is Jim Jones destroying his legacy? 83% of y'all are saying yes, which is crazy, and only 14% or 18% of y'all don't agree that his legacy is being destroyed. But salute to Jim Jones. Okay, I'm not gonna pile on and kick your back in with everybody else. I just felt like I can give maybe some constructive criticism, maybe some advice on what to do. Let me put y'all on to some music here quickly before I move on to my next topic. I want to give a big salute to NGN CJ. They've been dropping some new music. They got some stuff in the works right now. Let's pull up NGN CJ's page just to put you guys onto new music, because like I'll sit here and talk about friggin' drama all day long, and then niggas would be like, oh, you never put us onto music though, Friday. Well, go on. So here's one post, right? And right, just God and I with all my problems. All right, they're working behind the scenes. I don't know where they are right now with this, but let me play some music. Let's find some music. Macadelic on the video. NGN Ferg.
You my bro, I got your back. My phone say time is that. All nice and no chat. We ain't acting right, no track. If I crash, don't hold me back. Just need you to hold it down. Have them bleeding all over. I hope they still in town.
All right, just a quick little preview. But what I wanted to show you guys is actually the music video that NGN CJ dropped. Maybe about a week ago or so, maybe 2 weeks ago. Let's pull it up over here. Let's go to my YouTubes. NGN CJ. Track is called Problem Solver. Big salute to Macadelic on the video over here too. Ooh, before we get to that, quick fast, let me just check this out.
Jim Jones has officially hit rock bottom. At this point, I don't know how you show your face on the internet again. For some very dumb reason, Jim Jones decided he wanted to beef with 50 Cent. And now 50 Cent got Jim Jones in a checkmate, breaking down all of Jim Jones' business, telling 50 Cent that Jim Jones owes back rent, that they're trying to evict Jim Jones. Jim Jones is squatting right now because he won't leave the building. Jim Jones has hit rock bottom today, but before today, 50 Cent had already been terrorizing Jim Jones.
Okay, we covered all this. We covered this.
Faction in the building. But whole time, the building is trying to evict him while Jim Jones is doing renovations and work in the building.
Since I'm starting the year off at the top of your Explorer. Are you not entertained?
Yes,
Since,
very.
Everybody want to put my business in the street. I'm gonna talk to you about my business. Right now I am in the second phase of construction. We're not open to public. This is a raw space. I have not found out yet what I want to do exactly in this space, but in my mind, I was thinking of building like a little mart, but we'll see how that goes.
This is the problem with hustle culture. Everybody wants to appear like they're doing something, but nobody want to actually do something. Jim Jones is building an entire business in a building that he's not even allowed to be in, that he has to break into to get in.
Sad.
So Jim Jones is launching this thing called the IFC Factory, right? It's supposed to be like a, like a content studio where you come, you do your podcasting, you can come, you do like photo shoots in. I even seen like they got this joint on Peerspace right now. You could book this for $65 an hour on Peerspace, 2 hours minimum. I seen it. I said, oh. But
salute to Peerspace. I got a good set of bookings through Peerspace still.
He's doing this in a building where they're actively trying to evict him from. That's why it's stupid, all right? That's why it's dumb. Jim Jones was able to stay as long as he's been staying because Jim Jones, A, got some money. 2, is New York. Tenants got a lot of rights. So Jim Jones understands like certain laws and regulations to where he's been able to squat for as long as he's been able to squat, but they've been actively trying to evict him. Well, today 50 Cent announced that the eviction process has been somewhat successful, and now they're taking steps to have it enforced and get Jim Jones out the building. The eviction notice was actually posted on their door, and it was addressed to IFC Management, which is obviously Jim Jones' company. Now, Jim Jones...
Okay, we went through all of that.
17th. From what I just read, it looks like...
I'm just trying to make sure there's anything that we missed. We covered this. Academics.
Done. To get evicted at 50 years old is fucking pathetic. Fab, you rap for 30 years. If you can't pay your rent, that's disgusting. Jim Jones, you gangbanged and did a whole bunch of bullshit for like 50 years. If you can't pay your rent, that's disgusting.
Dang.
Mano, you done robbed the entire Brooklyn niggas and pulled out guns on them. If you didn't rob enough money to pay your rent, that's disgusting. I'm sorry to tell y'all, man. Kicking in doors at 50 years old is just not the wave. And maybe I got to be the pussy civilian to kind of like, bring the youth that's watching y'all, because y'all previously says y'all were bodega boys, lobby boys, now podcast boys, or as 50 calls y'all squatters. I'll lead the audience y'all are trying to appeal to. Hey,
squatter boys.
YNs of the world, never be this. When you're 50, you should be kicked back, feet up, living a luxurious life with galore, kids that you're taking care of, and many things to show. Not being kicking down a door to get in to start gossiping.
I also want Jim Jones to know you can't joke your way out of this too, bruh. Because the first time Jim Jones got exposed for owing rent and being a squatter, they went on their podcast, that episode, and made hella cringe squatter jokes. But this time around, you can't joke your way out of this one, bruh. The jokes only hit if there's no truth to it, right? If there's no validation to what the rumors are and you're just joking, cool. But once it's been proven, like, the accusations are true, you can't joke about it, because now it's cringe.
What was your greatest achievement this year?
Yeah.
Being able to have the right to squat.
The right to squat?
Sir.
Hold on. Are they in that studio while there's no heat? Like, do they got like heat generators or some type of shit in there? They got the fabulous summertime shootout poster in the back. Niggas promoting themselves over there. I fuck with it.
Sir. So now we know what's going on. Jim Jones discovered that he could get into big buildings and not pay rent, and the government and their weird.
I don't know if that's what where he was going with that, because bruh, it's not a good look, even if that's the loophole to be able to be in these buildings without paying. If everybody knows about it, everybody knows that you're trying to beat the system that way without paying, they're not going to rate you like, yo, you stick it to the man, Jimmy. they're gonna look at you as a broke nigga. I don't know. Just a quick little sidetrack back to that topic over there. I just had to check that video out. Let's get back to this video over here. NGN CJ, NGN Row problem solver. Let's go. Quick reaction.
Spence be making hits.
How you let me bleed and left me cold, now I'm cold as a problem. Niggas swear that they're problems, so I hang with problem solvers. Pop a perk, but I didn't feel shit, I was way too fucking high. When I'm in that school, I'm acting.
Yeah, the beat is freaking fire. The way that drum came in there, but the way he's spitting on like, this is not his regular flow. Like, the man's used a lot of auto tunes, and they do like the more not a lot, but they use auto tune and do the melodic flow. He's like rapping on this one.
I bust my wrist and freeze my top. Put my ski mask on and do a drill, knowing I might not come back. I know some niggas will hunt you down. If you don't pay your fee and up them racks. I go tease me and bro plug for them, ring me off the snap. I'm never known to be relaxed. We ride it up, but still gon' track.
They're talking about that snap, bro. I told y'all niggas about that Snapchat a few weeks ago when it came to that Breonna Warner case. You gotta be watch out with that Snapchat.
All my niggas in this whip, I swear to God, it's feeling spinning. Can't even see inside the tin in case we pop off on the nigga. All my niggas so official, everybody play their part. Married to the game, chasing paper, pray never stop. I don't care what niggas do, my niggas counting up that shit. I don't give a fuck about opposition, we trying to rank up in position. I'm yelling fuck to free my niggas to my dogs, it's so sick. Some of my dogs are fighting cases, cause we build this shit by brick.
Yo, salute to So Sick. I interviewed NGN So Sick maybe about 3 years ago now. That's who he's talking about, free my dogs, because NGN So Sick got locked up not too long ago.
God could only judge me till I saw my dog stand. When I got this shit in motion, it's like D-Lo get it back. If the price is high enough, I'll get that coupe and spin again. Get into it, I'm real pressure, ain't nobody hold me back. How you let me bleed and left me cold, now I'm cold as a problem. Niggas swear that they're problems, so I hang with problem solvers. Pop a perk, but I didn't feel shit, I was way too fucking high. When I'm in that school, I'm activated, I bust my wrist and freeze my top. Put my ski mask on and do a drill, knowing I might not come back. I know some niggas who hunt you down, if you don't pay your fee and up them racks. I go tease me and bro plug for them, ring me off the snap. I'm never known to be relaxed. We ride it up, but still gon' track.
Bro, he fighting through the system, he might never come out. I can't afford another loss, infested to the game, can't fail. I give my all to this game, only way to go is up.
Yo, the boy NGN Row came through like kicking in the door.
I used to call you bro, but now you switching up different seasons. I got no patience with the fake, I'm just gonna spit and get even. Come mama, just pass me the ball, I'm trying to score, I've been fiending. There's consequences to this shit, but we gon' get it regardless. No for you, gotta be hollis. In this game, you can't be honest. I spent 100 times for
I like that little bar progression right there.
bro, if you gon' call me, I'm with it. From call from jail, he need some money, I'ma send it, no question. And if I'm calling you my bro, you gotta carry your weapon. No time, we can't do the stressing. I count my blessings and lessons.
How you let me bleed and left me cold, now I'm cold as a problem. Niggas swear that they're problems, so I hang with problem solvers. Pop a perk, but I didn't feel shit, I was way too fucking high. When I'm in that school, I'm acting.
Oh, just for the people, like this studio over here, this is the same studio that we used to record in. B3 Studios, big salute to B3. Right, if y'all remember, could see the clouds on the ceiling and stuff like that. This over here, this is where we interviewed Lil OT actually.
I bust my wrist and freeze my top. Put my ski mask on and do a drill, knowing I might not come back. I know some niggas will hunt you down if you don't pay your fee and up them racks. I go tease me and bro plug for them, ring me off the snap. I'm never known to be relaxed. We ride it up, but still gon' track. Free sick, man.
I ain't mad at it, yo.
Free sick, free rack, free all the fucking guys.
Damn, the NGN Reckless is locked up too. Shit, they got a whole crew. This is why I fuck with these guys. I've talked about these guys on a live stream before. They got a whole squad. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're not doing squads as much as we used to have back in the days. We don't have as much squads as we used to have back in the days. Like, man's are all for self. So for all of these guys to have an NGN crew where there's separate mans in the crew that all got solo careers and then they come together and do tracks and feature on each other's tracks, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? It gives you choices on who your favorite NGN member is. All right. So big salute to NGN CJ right here on this track. Big salute to NGN So Sick doing his time. NGN Reckless, I think he said in the song, is also doing time. Yeah, big up to the whole crew, right? NGN Row, everybody in the crew. I got one more story here. I'm not going to be doing a super long live today. About Ryan Wedding. Okay. But it's not about Ryan Wedding himself. It's about his jeweler. Because the jeweler's bail got denied today. And I just found out about him today. Apparently, he went for a bail hearing, and let me see on my page here, about a month ago. And this guy, he has been responsible, allegedly, for helping Ryan Wedding to clean hundreds of millions of dollars through jewelry purchases and other types of fine gifts. And he got denied bail about a month ago, and I'll play that clip first. And there's a couple of videos that I'd like to research on this guy here because it's kind of crazy. So this is the bail denial for about a month ago.
A Canadian accused of laundering drug money for the criminal organization connected to fugitive Ryan Wedding is on the stand today at his bail hearing.
This decision could impact not just the life of the accused, but also those who've agreed to act as his sureties should he be granted bail. CTV John Woodward has been following this case at Superior Court in Toronto. John, what's the latest?
The latest, Nathan, is that Roland Sokolowski has started testifying. He was a 37-year-old former professional poker player who has already described hands where he would win as much as $70,000. Says he gave it up a few years ago to start a jewelry depot, a jewelry vendor. And the American authorities are alleging that it's his jewelry that he made that were used as payments for alleged hitmen in the alleged drug trafficking organization of Ryan Wedding, who was that former Canadian Olympian, now turned fugitive. Justice Bodden here agreed the stakes are high for Sokolowski and anyone offering to act as a surety, saying it's difficult to precisely assess the degree of risk faced by the applicant and his sureties. It's unknown whether the Wedding drug trafficking organization has operatives in Ontario and whether they would perceive the applicant as a threat to the organization.
Damn.
Based on the inferences, I find that it is reasonably possible that the drug trafficking organization could view the applicant as a potential cooperating witness. In that case, those close to him would be at risk of being killed either by the drug trafficking organization members or hired assassins. So that's the stakes that of the.
Wow. So, I see Deepak still his Telegram. Listen. The Deepak guy, the lawyer, this is the lawyer that Looney's talking about, right? He's the one who suggested that Ryan Wedding go and do a hit on some witnesses that were supposed to testify against him a few years ago. Okay, so anybody who's in a position to be out, who knows too much, it's not like this guy's showing any kind of disloyalty. He just want to get out of jail. But they might be doing him a favor by keeping him in jail because he might be safer over there. Maybe. Because this Ryan Wedding guy, obviously, and I'm saying this while I'm doing this live stream, like, he's definitely got a lot of reach. He's got a lot of connections. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about how safe anybody who's been working with him, anybody who wants to be associated with people who are working with him or worked with him, it's all at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy gets out of jail, he's with his sureties, and then they go murder off all of you guys. Now nobody can talk. Now you don't have to come back and do any type of court or trial or anything. Don't worry about it. We handle that. So, let me show you all another video here because, like, it gets deep, bro.
Of the bail hearing that we're at now, Sokolowski is also accused of being a bookkeeper for Ryan Wedding, one of several Canadians accused of working with that fugitive just a few weeks.
Oh, he got the information in the books too. Oh, they're gonna murk this guy.
Ago here we were at the court hearing into the bail hearing into Deepak Paradkar, who was the lawyer accused of giving legal advice to kill a witness. So that is very much on the minds of everyone here at this bail hearing. Reporting live from 361 University, I'm John Woodward. Back to you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Let me go back into my history because I was watching a video earlier. Ooh, actually, I know where it is. Let's pull up what happened with him recently. Where the hell is it? I was literally just looking at it. I watch a lot of trash. Holy shit. We spoke to Sinaloa Cartel. It's not that. All right, I'll just pull up my link. I got my links ready. Oh. Let me pull this up. We're going to have to go through the advertising that happens here because we're going on a website. Anthony Young wants to know what's the Duvy documentary called. I'll find that for you in a second. It's available right now on YouTube. Let's let this ad run.
It's the Total Automotive.
And then we can get to the story over here.
CA for tickets.
The Toronto jeweler charged in the Ryan Wedding case has been denied bail. Roland Sokolowski is accused of laundering hundreds of millions of dollars in assets for an international drug smuggling ring, allegedly run by former Canadian Olympian Ryan Wedding, recently arrested by U.S. authorities. The 37-year-old was seeking release from custody ahead of a hearing that will determine if he'll be extradited to the United States, where he's facing charges. Prosecutors opposed his release, saying, among other things, he posed a flight risk.
Jesus Christ. So they're trying to extradite this guy to America. Let me find this guy's name here.
The Toronto
Roman. Let's find his name here and see if we can Roland Sokolowski. Let me do a quick YouTube search because there was a video I was looking at, but it was somebody, they were interviewing somebody from the Sinaloa cartel, but I don't know if I can show that. Let me see if I can find some of his poker career. See, right away, poker pops up. Diamond jeweler denied. Is this him?
We'll set the trap once more. Lee checks with the 7-6. And it comes 9-5-4. The open ender versus the overpair. Berg checks. And Lee trying to bet 300-ish or so. Got to be at least 4. Berg just check calls. The turn, though, is the...
Let me see here. What's this? The Diamond Czar. Toronto jeweler Roland Sokolowski's $2 million bail bid.
This video is for educational and journalistic purposes only. All information is based on public court records and official statements.
Disclaimer.
Please note that all individuals mentioned are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. This channel does not provide legal advice, and our reporting is strictly for news commentary and public interest. This is...
Oh, quickly, just to answer the question for the homie over here, Anthony Young wanted to know what's the name of the Duvy documentary. It's like From the Streets to the something something. It's the Duvy documentary. They put a whole bunch of words before just putting Duvy.
It's the latest update in connection.
You might not want to go check it out. It's just all AI.
With the ongoing proceedings tied to former Olympic snowboarder Ryan Wedding and related extradition matters involving Canadian courts. Today, in a downtown Toronto courtroom, 30 running investigation.
Get out of here. This is some trash. Let me show you guys what I was looking at, and I'm going to take the risk. Ooh. How big is the Toronto corruption? The rundown. We'll go back to that after. Let me go back to my history over here. Actually, let me add this to my history. Just give me a quick second.
Being, you know.
Okay, let me add that to my history. And then let me go back to my history because there was a video that I saw where they were interviewing somebody from the Sinaloa cartel over there in Mexico. So we spoke to a Sinaloa cartel operative about Ryan Wedding. This is CBC News.
O nivel nacional.
So hopefully I don't get a copyright.
Cartel
And there's one question we want to ask.
What do they know about Ryan Wedding?
Make no mistake about it. Ryan Wedding is a modern-day iteration of El Chapo Guzman.
Ryan Wedding remains one of the top threats to Canadian public safety. He's being protected by the Sinaloa cartel.
For months, CBC has been following the case of Canadian Olympian turned alleged narco kingpin Ryan Wedding. Now we travel to Culiacan in northwestern Mexico.
Okay, so let's go to the conversation itself.
Please.
For security reasons, we are not revealing his identity. His voice is also distorted. He says he's heard the name of Ryan Wedding.
Se ha hecho muy viral estos últimos meses, que es el nuevo Chapo.
He says the U.S. has inflated Wedding's profile.
Yo creo que ya lo tienen ubicado, nomás lo están dejando ser. Al momento de agarrarlo, ahí vas a sacar la noticia grande, pues. Y lo van a inflar como una noticia gigante.
Despite the claims from Canadian and U.S. law enforcement,
no creo que esté protegido por el cartel de Sinaloa, ni que esté en la Ciudad de México tampoco, siendo que la Ciudad de México es de las más vigiladas de todo.
Hold on, I need to read some of this shit. Let me go back a bit.
Canadian and U.S. law enforcement.
No creo que esté.
I don't believe that he's under the protection of the Sinaloa cartel or that he's in Mexico City.
Protegido por el cartel de Sinaloa, ni que esté en la Ciudad de México tampoco, siendo que
because Mexico City is the most surveilled city in the country.
La Ciudad de México es de las más vigiladas a todo nivel nacional y hay muchas inteligencias y muchos.
And there are different intelligence agencies from the government.
Departamentos de inteligencia de gobierno.
Looks like there was an execution. Now this isn't an everyday scene. It happens all the time. That's why people in Culiacan are so feared, because they are afraid that something might happen to them. You never know. If you're going out, you'll never know if you're coming back.
This victim is in his 50s. Family members arrive. A hole punched.
My bad. I'm not trying to go through the whole doc this time. If you guys want me to do a full breakdown on this doc, I'll maybe touch on this on another day. I want to get to the gang member here.
Las privadas de la libertad.
Forma de también.
Back in the cartel safe house.
Y has tenido que salir a matar.
A trabajar, sí.
¿Qué le dices a la población de las mamás, los papás, la gente que se levanta temprano a trabajar duro? ¿Qué le dices a ellos sobre el miedo que sienten?
Que se cuiden. Que se cuiden porque ahorita la cosa aquí en esta ciudad está al rojo vivo. Ahorita.
Jeez. I guess you guys read all of that, right? How do you guys feel about the parents and the people out there, the civilians that are having to deal with all of this drama and all that? The man asked, and he said, yeah, just be careful.
No respetan niños.
Right now, children are not respected. Women are not respected.
Niños no respetan mujeres, no respetan ancianos, no respetan nada.
¿Y cómo termina esto?
Tiene que quedar uno nomás. De las dos facciones, tiene que quedar uno solo.
That's crazy. That's the only way this shit ends, is if one person remains. Brian Russell, you think that's cap? You don't think that's a real gang member?
Mexican authorities have increased their presence in response to the cartel war. We followed the National Guard to a checkpoint and on a patrol. Major General Ulises González Calzada leads the National Guard in Sinaloa. As for Ryan Wedding,
bueno, yo conocí de él a través de los medios de comunicación, pero no lo he tenido yo así, ni tengo ninguna información al respecto.
He says his work is focused on pacifying the region.
Y la Secretaría de la Defensa Nacional tomó acciones al respecto, amparada con el Gabinete de Seguridad, como parte del Gabinete de Seguridad, e implementó operaciones de alto nivel aquí en el Estado y a regresar a la ciudadanía a la seguridad para retomar sus actividades normales.
This is a lot of cap, right? To return security to the citizenry so that they can resume their regular activities. Bro, this has been going on for decades. We're not acting like this shit just turned up now, bro. Y'all niggas have been killing Mexicans in the hundreds yearly on some gang shit. So you guys are acting like, oh, you know, all we got to do is just figure out a couple of ways to just restore the balance. And Nah, bro, you guys don't want to restore shit, bro. It's not economically sound for you to restore the balance.
Tenía la seguridad para retomar sus actividades normales.
He says much of the killings are contained between factions of the cartel.
Eran miembros del mismo grupo criminal. Todos eran miembros del mismo grupo criminal. Se conocían.
They know each other. They know where they live, the details of their movements.
Sabían dónde vivían, las actividades que desarrollaban.
He says the security situation is improving.
Yo siento que vamos por el camino correcto para llevarla a cabo.
Get out of here. Anyhow, this is a bunch of cap. Listen, I just wanted to give an update on this jeweler guy right now. All right. There's going to be more things that I want to look into as far as this whole Ryan Wedding case. I know that the Deepak lawyer, forgetting his name, whatever, emergency Deepak, whatever his name is. There's more stuff that I need to look into when it comes to him because I want to keep updates on what's going on with him as far as his case. I'm sure he's probably got another hearing probably in another week or so. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. But for now, I'm going to leave it there because I feel that like the more I delve into this via live stream without having to do my research behind the scenes, that somebody's going to want to come shoot my head off. So salute to whoever's in that gang. Let me check through the comments over here before we get out of here. Yo, Lucas Insecure most definitely paid or talked to keep 6. Laugh out loud. That's my homie. I won't say Insecure, but he might have had a conversation with Keep 6 behind the scenes. Still, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna leave it there. All right. New episode dropping Monday morning, episode 660 of the We Love Hip Hop podcast, dropping on Monday morning. All audio platforms. I'm trying to get them up earlier, like 1 a.m. So 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. on all audio platforms. And 6 p.m. we are back over here on the YouTube. All right. I will be working on my next documentary and having it uploaded within the next 2 weeks, probably. So look out for that. And more interviews on the way. Okay. I got some solo interviews that's in the works behind the scenes, as well as some group interviews. So look out for that as well. Make sure to hit that like on the way out. If you're feeling generous, send us a hype. You're allowed to do 3 hypes a week, and the hype will definitely help this video. Until then, we are off of this. Doses.